Digging up my door in Amila. We got my diamond. We got to fight against Abubakar. Brother got to fight against Abubakar. In Amila. In Amila. The beautiful regime. In Amila. Fellow Nigerians, I just want us to say thank you for sharing the biggest message that I have delivered yet. We're gonna fight against the party. Saad in Nigeria, we got to fight. Fulani Satan in Sokoto. Oh yeah. Now I am happy that majority of you now know that he is not a traditional ruler. I just to use this song to say a huge thank you ahead of the next message that is coming. Maybe they are prison. And they are drilling my oil. Saad has 40 oil wells in Niger Delta. So we go fight. Who is he? Fight. And I cannot own anything in Sokoto. I can't own anything in Kebbi. I can't own anything in Zamfara. No, this is part I'm going to die. Yeah. Remember, it's at the past in Nigeria. The house of Magano, the constitution. So we go fight for Nigeria. Fight for Nigeria. They shoot down the children in Plateau. They killing the women in Kaduna. They raping the youngest at Ababo. They massacre the children. So we gotta fight for Nigeria. Nobody gonna fight for Nigeria. Majority ruling, that's what we want. That's a minority. But I do good work. So we go fight for Nigeria. Jana is gonna fight for Nigeria. Jana in the fight. Hey, wake up from Britain. Yes, they do this. It's quite illegal. That's what they are now. They build their forces from colonial powers. They gain my diamond, building ballistic missiles. Fight for Nigeria. Every Nigeria got to stand. Nigeria got to fight. Fight for Nigeria. Join in this fight. Yes. All right. People must be free. People of Nigeria will be free. Nigeria will be free. Come on. All right. We're gonna fight. Wait for the next message. It's coming. Good morning, fellow Nigerians, listeners from Nigeria, across Africa and around the world. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now. Global matters are rising. Good morning, Africa. A reggae artist based on ONN. It's a bright Sunday morning here from Houston, Texas, United States. To be precise, it's 11:08 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, we have something very, very, very important. A national emergency to discuss on the way forward for Nigeria.
So please, Nigerians, stop recognizing Saad Abubakar as a traditional ruler because he is not, but a Fulani religious leader. The position arose following the invasion of Hausa land in 1804 by Osman Fodio, half the great-great-grandfather
Jah Rastafari, ever living.
In any gathering of traditional rulers in Nigeria. But sadly, some 6 months ago, Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted to impose him and the Oni of Ife, another one, to be co-chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council of Nigeria. Yes, we have to fight and fight and fight. This man, Saad, is a very dangerous man. He is driven by quest for power and economics. All right, that is why everything that he is involved in, he wants to be permanent leader, supreme leader of the Nigerian Islamic Council, supreme leader over Yoruba Muslims. Yoruba saw Islam before the Fulanis came into Nigeria. How these people think is what baffles me. But I want to set this record straight. There was no time in the history of West Africa that all of us studied. Did you study Fulani Empire? We studied Ghana, we studied Mali Empire, we studied Songhai Empire, we studied Mandinka Empire.
Benin Empire.
We didn't study anything that was Fulani Empire. So how come the Fulanis have a throne, a dynasty in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa? That is bullshit. So please stop recognizing him as a traditional ruler. He is a Fulani religious leader, and it ends there. He has no right to be anywhere traditional rulers in Nigeria are gathered. So when he comes next time, it's either you walk him out or you walk away and let him take the ball. That is a way of doing this thing. I don't know how Nigeria allowed a group of brigands to just seize their country and then impose their ways on them. And they are getting worse by the day. And everybody is keeping quiet. Can you imagine? Bola Ahmed Tinubu taking a bill to the National Assembly to make Saad Abubakar and the young man as Oni of Ife as permanent co-chairman of Nigeria's Traditional Rulers Council. And everybody kept quiet, including all those fake traditional rulers who wear beads up and down, only oppressing people in their villages. They all kept quiet until the Igbo man came. Yes, at the gathering in Abuja, they made the mistake of inviting him. And he put it right there in their face. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was there. Oni of Ife was there. In the history, we know about Oyo Empire as the empire. I did not know that Ife was an empire, for real. Yes, we agree that they say, the Yorubas are not going to controvert that Ife is their cradle of civilization. But what I know was Oyo Empire becoming a big empire. So, you know, that is where the whole thing. And when the Igbo man spoke, they were all ashamed of themselves.
Yep.
So ashamed. Like thunder hit that arena.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you for that, Igbo man. Well, Open Nigeria owes him a gift. Even if it is 10 naira, I will give it to him. It's symbolic for standing up once again to save the day for the people of Nigeria who have become so docile that they accept every nonsense that is thrown at them. So now, in conclusion, Saad Abubakar, please do yourself a favor. Stop parading yourself as a traditional ruler in Nigeria. You could not be a traditional ruler over a whopping Hausa majority in their own domain. How? That is apartheid. And actually, that is what you've been practicing. Yes, you are not a traditional ruler. Hausa people, this is your land to take now. This is your moment to reverse the ugly history. This is your moment to wake up and take your stance again. All ye fallen fighters, get up and stand up.
Stand up for your rights.
Take your land back. It is yours, and we are all behind you. It's not your own struggle alone. It is the struggle of all of us. And we must do it to a logical conclusion. I remember at the time when Prince Charles, he was a Prince Charles then.
Yeah.
He came to Nigeria. He went to Sokoto. All the traditional rulers in Nigeria went to Sokoto to meet a non-entity. Yes. From one of the most corrupt monarchies on earth.
Yes.
There has been high gold reserve.
Yes.
But there's no gold in there.
There's no gold deposit in England.
Gold from mineral resources stolen from Africa.
Yes.
Yes. Traditional rulers from all over Nigeria went to Sokoto. This man Saad was sitting on top of them. Abba of Benin was on the other side. Who is supposed to be the most prominent?
One of the most prominent
in Nigeria. He was sitting on the side. For an impostor who has nothing, no tradition, who doesn't know any tradition, he's not an Hausa. Yes. So this nonsense got to stop. Any visitor to our land who respects our law and respect who we are as a people. Yes, I just wanted to say.
All right. The people of the world, starting from Nigeria, across Africa, here in the United States, and around the world. I introduce myself again. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I am the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now, Global Matters Are Rising. Good morning, Africa, and reggae at its best on ONN. This is a very, very interesting moment in Nigeria's history. Yes, I was a victim of mass murder in Kano in 1991. And when I left, I was forced out of Nigeria. When I left, I made a promise to myself and the Almighty God that I was going to be back. But I didn't know that I was going to be back this way. Yes, I am an activist and a human rights activist and advocate for peace through justice. Nigeria, my country, beautiful country, one of the most beautiful countries on earth, endowed with everything, has been embroiled with problems since independence. Like the country was programmed to never work. But we in this generation, we must make it work, because we cannot afford any further to, hand over a battered country to unborn generations of Nigerians. That is where I am right now. There has been a lot of things: terrorism in Nigeria, banditry, all kinds of things, corruption, mass murder, kidnapping, all kinds of crazy things are happening in that country, because of the country's inherent tragedy of leadership that must stop now. The worst of Nigeria have always been at the helm of affairs at all levels and in all sectors. And when you have a country like that, what do you expect? Chaos, mass murder, dysfunction. All institutions are not working. We have some of the worst people who give us this bad image. Nigerians are a great people. Yes, one of the most hospitable people. Some of the smartest people in the world come out of Nigeria. We must take hold now. We must look back at our history and decide a new course for the country. That is what I'm about, and that is why I drive the ideology called Open Nigeria, which guarantees every citizen of Nigeria free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity to grow and develop and progress and prosper according to his or her abilities, yes, and level of competency in a non-threatening environment, believing that that is the only way that justice can be, brought to the country, and then the peace that we have been looking for. You don't get peace without justice. Yes, justice is the precursor of peace. Without justice, you cannot get peace on gunpoint the way it is in Nigeria. You force peace? No, you can't force peace. Peace comes with justice, and that's what Nigerians need to know. Well, in order not to go too far away to left or right, I want to introduce the topic. I did a 6-minute broadcast about 3 days ago talking about the position, what it means, the Sultan of Sokoto. Yes, the Sultan of Sokoto. A lot of people for a very long time, since the past 222 years, we have misconstrued that as a traditional institution. Oh, yes. It is not. It arose from the invasion of part of what became Nigeria in 1804 by Osman Dan Fodio, a jihadist who came into what became Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria, and started a jihad, riding on some disgruntled Hausa people who were not happy with their kings at the time. He came telling them that the type of Islam that they were practicing was not pure, that he was going to bring about a new brand of a pure Islam. But that was not true. The truth was that Osman Dan Fodio, just like his descendants, was driven by power, political power, economics, and finance. He dispossessed all the Hausa people of their lands, killed their leaders, their traditional rulers, installed what he calls emirs, and then made Sokoto, he called it a Sokoto Caliphate. Sokoto Caliphate, his division behind is to cover the entire West African sub-region. But Nigeria was very strategic to that agenda. Throughout the period he lived, he told them that they must continue the struggle until they dipped their Quran in the last town adjoining the Atlantic Ocean. And what they have been doing, they have been carrying it out faithfully. At independence, it was first spotted, and that was what led to the coup in 1966. That sadly, they tried to make the people of Nigeria believe was an Igbo coup. The young man who was the director of military intelligence, Major Kaduna Nzogo, saw and received a report, intelligence report, about the planned invasion of Nigeria. Yes, the same way, in the continuation of what Osman Dan Fodio did, through his son, his grandson, Amadou Bello, who was the first premier of northern Nigeria. Yes, a Fulani. And then he instigated confusion in the southwest of Nigeria, using Chief Ladoke Akintola as a prong to start the confusion there. If you are a student of history, you would have heard Wild Wild West. Massive killing in the southwest of Nigeria, the Yoruba area of Nigeria. And then when those men saw that this whole thing was becoming dangerous and a threat to national security, they went and overthrew the government. Not to overthrow the government for themselves. They had a mindset that there was a more stable person who could administer the country better than his peers. And that person was the Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Now the rest is history. Let's come to this story. The issue of the Sultan of Sokoto is a Fulani imposition. All right, minority Fulani imposition over a whopping majority Hausa people. And when you talk about tradition, tradition has to do with the biology of the people and their customs and tradition. Why should a Fulani man from a minority Fulani tribe, less than 1% of the entire population of the enclave, become a traditional ruler? Whose tradition will he be upholding or defending? Yeah, that is the big question. So because Islam was involved, and the massacre of the Hausa people, like they are massacring them and the rest of Nigeria today, they beat the people into submission, change their ways, reset their brains to accept that they will be slaves forever to the Fulanis. They use religion to hold them down. They exploited them economically and still exploiting them. They exploit them materially, economically, mentally, and everything. They turn them into cannon fodders. They deny them massively education. Yes, the Hausa people are the most uneducated people. The population of educated Hausas, I don't think is up to 5% of their whopping over 66 million people. They told them that their poverty was caused by Allah, that every situation that they found themselves was Allah. They shadowed them. They were in charge of their education. What kind of education have they been giving them? Bankrupt education through the Al-Majiri system. Why the same Fulanis send their children to America, send their children to the United Kingdom, send them to Saudi Arabia, and in other places where education is good? Yes. So as we speak, over 30 million poor, innocent, and defenseless Hausa children are in the streets with a plate each, begging for arms from AM to PM. And they have accepted that Allah is responsible for their condition. They see the Fulanis progress, but they cannot say anything. When they raise their fingers, they land in jail. As we speak now, there are many Hausa young activists who are asking questions that are languishing in jail. There is a Mesango, and there was another one, Suleiman, that is in jail as we speak, DSS prison. Yes, for asking a question. Why are our people being treated like this? These people did the same thing the French people did, seizing the Hausa language and make them look like their Hausas. They shadow them and they'll keep them in the dark. Why the rest of Nigeria was blaming the Hausa race as responsible for the retardation and dysfunction of Nigeria, not knowing that they are in prison. 222 years of jail, of prison term has to end now. And that is what this message is about. So 3 days ago, I did a message talking about the position of the Sultan of Sokoto, that it is not a traditional position. It is an Islamic position. They who know Islam say that it's supposed to be for an Islamic spiritual leader. Well, I don't know what is spiritual about Saad Abubakar and his cohorts, especially in this generation, beyond that they are thieves. Saad Abubakar, if he's a true spiritual leader, must first of all relinquish his ownership of blocks of oil that he has in Niger Delta. Why me, who come from there, cannot own anything there or anything anywhere in Nigeria, including Sokoto? He has multiple oil blocks, inordinately acquired. And that is how they make the money with which they fund terrorism in Nigeria. Yes, Abubakar Malami, you just heard him, you Nigerians, you heard how much he stole as Attorney General and Minister of Justice. A man who sat down there and gave Boko Haram all the tools that they need to continue to overrun a section of Nigeria. They are no good. Hadi Sreka, Minister of Aviation under Buhari, what did he do? He stole all the money in there. And these are the people who pray 5 times a day and call themselves devout Muslims. Issa Pantami, connected to terrorist groups. Yes. Ahmad Gumi, deported from Saudi Arabia. Those are the type of people who want to run Nigeria. They are running Nigeria, and they have effectively run the country down in tandem with their acolytes from other parts of Nigeria, especially the southwest of Nigeria. Now, this is where we are. Air Rufai, look at them. Sanusi Lamido, all of them, no good. Yeah, all. Bello Matawali, yes. They are Ribadu, Nuhu Ribadu. You see what they are? All these people are responsible for what is holding the country down. Let me be very emphatic. Fulani elites are responsible for what is killing Nigeria. And the people of Nigeria must now stand up to them. So this position of Sultan of Sokoto is not a traditional position. Otherwise, it is apartheid. It is apartheid. Why should a Fulani be a traditional ruler over Hausa people if it is not apartheid? So when I made that disclosure when I made that. It's something that people knew before, but not many people have had the courage to come out to say it the way I put it, in a format where young children who have been denied access to the true history of Nigeria will learn something and now wake up and start thinking for themselves and not by idiots who they look up to for leadership. So when I made that post, you needed to see the uproar from Nigerians. You know, a massive historic unanimity to say we have had enough. So what I'm going to do today is to read out the comments of patriotic Nigerians who are now standing up, including Hausas, who are now standing up for themselves and standing up for their country and vowing that we must see an end to this madness with which our country has been disordered. A country of 250 million people. I tell you, elements from a minority, not numbering up to 1,000, have been holding the country down in tandem with their British collaborators. We have to build this country. Nigeria must do what the United States did to free themselves from the control of the imperial British system. And that is doing it now is, not doing it now is a crime against our future and against unborn generations of Nigerians. So I am going to start reading the comment. I will read as many as I can. The number of over 1,000 comments so far, on this vexatious issue. So we're going to be reading them one by one. Now, I take the first comment that was ever registered, John Akalwe. All right, okay, yeah, that most recent. He said he was praying for me. He said, may God continue to bless you. I am an Igbo man, but I hate the way the North is handling over things. My brother, it's not the North, it's the Fulani elites. The North is a good place. The North of Nigeria, when you hear the North, whenever you hear the North, it is the Fulanis. It's not the people in the North. The people want to be free. Yes, it's the Fulanis. They are the ones who amplify the North. So we must not continue to validate it for them. We will call them out for who they are, and they are responsible for the dysfunction of Nigeria. But thank you for your statement. We appreciate that. And the next one is Amadi Anslem. All right, Igbos are known to be firm in their beliefs. Absolutely, absolutely. And it took an Igbo man to say what many Nigerians refuse to say. And that was the same thing that happened at the beginning of Nigeria. The Igbo people were the first to see what was about to happen to Nigeria. But what did they do? These same Fulani, their ancestors, connived with the rest of Nigeria and then ganged up and massacred the people, and they called it civil war. What is civil in that? That I raised my hand to ask a question about the direction my country was going. And then the next thing I saw was a military jump on. Yes. So thank you very much, Anselm. Now, Kaduna Poe, he is a Fulani traditional leader, leaders of the invaders of our dear country. I can't agree less with you, and that is true. They are the trouble of Nigeria. The rest of Nigeria are peaceful people. These invaders are the problems of Nigeria. The people of Nigeria must stand up. We must stand up and defend our country. We are the aboriginal owners of Nigeria, not invaders. But we don't mind accommodating people from all over Africa. Yeah, because Nigeria is supposed to be the melting pot for Africa. But we will not tolerate any further massacring of our people. So we must be ready to stand up in self-defense and in defense of our country. Now, Adeni Afolabi had this to say, wow, this is a bombshell. This is an eye-opener. This is a reminder. This is a reminder. This is an awakening. Thank you, Afolabi Adeni, for that remarkable statement. It is a moment for awakening of all Nigerians. Tajuddin Alani had this to say, I always said it, that the Sultan is not a traditional ruler. He's a religious leader. Affirm that is true. Lucky Tangwe, Sultan is a religious leader and not a traditional ruler. If he parades himself as a traditional ruler, as a Fulani man, okay, let's see what. Get that one. All right. Yeah, it's okay, that is despicable. All right, absolutely despicable. yeah, that would be out of place because a Fulani man cannot be traditional ruler of the Hausa people in their ancestral land. That is what I share too. I believe that. So it is apartheid, and that we have kept quiet for a very long time about. Well, I don't know why we can't face the truth. It's only the truth that will save Nigeria. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, Moses Aga, the beginning and the end of Fulanization has come. Absolutely. There will be no Fulani nation in Nigeria. There will be a Nigeria that will accommodate responsible Fulanis who want to live side by side with the Igbos, Hausas, and every other person, and abide by the laws of Nigeria. Yeah, it is imperative. All right, Alade Bankole, bam, it don't happen. I have been thinking of this for long. All Hausas stand up now and embrace the motives now or never. All right, message to the Hausa people. I hope they are listening. All right. Okay, now or never. All right, let's come on. Let's get this message out. All right. Okay, we're going to carry it out. Stella Ebisi, please, every indigenous Nigeria owes us a duty of sharing this video until it trends in the whole world. Be so serious. Yes, be so serious, committed, and focused about it, because you can bet the Fulanis are doing everything underground to take this off the social media. How long shall we allow worthless non-entity like the hungry homeless wandering like the hungry homeless wandering scavengers like Fulanis, mere foreigners, visitors without base and root, kill us at will in our own ancestral land? Please, indigenous brothers, make this video trend. We need the world to hear this awakening and know this enlightenment. Share it. Thank you very much, Stella Ebisi. We appreciate that. Yes, we must. Again, this is what it is. We must share this message for the world to hear. But Stella, let's be a little bit, tepid with the use of words. We shouldn't be. All Fulanis are not bad, but all Fulanis, most of the Fulanis creating the trouble in Nigeria, most of the people who are terrorists are Fulanis. All right, so Nigerians, you heard the message of Stella Ebisi. I'm going to read it again. Please, every indigenous Nigerian owes us a duty of sharing this video until it trends in the whole world. Be so serious, committed, and focused about it, because you can bet the Fulanis are doing everything underground to take this message off the social media. You said it. That is the truth. I've faced a lot of attacks. Gang reporting of my account on Facebook is going on as we speak. My Facebook account is restricted. It is only people like you who share my message that is making us helping us bypass those restrictions. And Facebook actually has experienced some surprises. How my page and my pages and my account is thriving regardless of the restriction. If I had time, I will share the messages that I've been exchanging with them. Well, I believe that in no time they will do justice and stop the attack. But it's not going to work. I have my YouTube, open and active. So that is why if you cannot catch me on Facebook, you catch me on YouTube. I didn't want to actually do any more YouTube because Facebook has been really not a very friendly place personally for me because of my activism and the type of message that I deliver to wake the people of Nigeria and Africa up. Yeah, it seems that they don't like it. But by popular demand from my followers, I had to continue to stay on Facebook, to be able to deliver the message that is very, very important to them and the rest of Nigeria. Elvis Ayo Amadasu. Yes, the Hausas have traditional rulers before the Fulanis invaded Nigeria. The Hausas should take over their country. Follow Elvis, yes, for more viral information. Let's go. And Sam Joe, 2 days ago, he said, that was exactly my point. Hey, Monday, thank you very much. Long time. Where have you been? Good to hear from you, Monday. Yes, from YouTube. Thank you. Please share this message with all Nigerians. that you can lay your hand on, because we want them to hear this message of the truth, unlike what they have been told, lies that they have been used to. No, it's the moment of truth for the people of Nigeria. All right. Okay. Sam Joe had this to say, that was exactly my point. When the federal government appointed the Oni of Ife and Sultan as co-chairs for Southern and Northern National Traditional Council of Traditional Rulers Council of Nigeria, Oni for the Southern and Sultan for the North. But the Sultan is an Islamic religious leader and not a traditional ruler. Only one Igbo traditional ruler from Enugu State looked straight into Tinubu's face, eyeball to eyeball. Yes, in that conference, and opposed such abnormalities. Yes. How can one particular religious leader play the leadership of Islamic religion and the chairman of the National Traditional Council for Northern Nigeria, and at the same time, if that is normal, where is other religious leaders such as Khan president, leader of a traditional? You know, the whole move in the first place was stupid. Yeah, it's a Bola Ahmed Tinubu looking for how to win election. It's unconstitutional, it's illegal, and I'm very happy that we played a role to shut it down, because that was capable of setting the country on fire, and which is what the Fulani elites, led by this bigot called Saad and Abubakar, wanted in the first place. It was a terrible, 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 terrible misstep. But I'm happy that a Daniel came to judgment. That traditional ruler from Enugu State stood up like a true Igbo man and said it the way he said it. And then that put paid to that. And that agenda died right there at that hall. And it will never rise again. Yes. And, you know, in the first place, the Oni of Ife has no moral ground, you know, to want to be the chair of this whatever South. It doesn't exist in the first place. There's never been any time this whole thing about South. You know, the South is non-existent. The North is falling apart because it was been a fraud. You know, there was no election that brought up the Oni of Ife. There was no. It was the criminal work as usual of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sadly, he played into it, and that messed him up completely. That young man is finished. The Oyo Empire was the empire. Ife was never an empire. Ife was regarded, I agree with respect to the Yoruba people, or for the Yoruba people, that the Ife is their cradle of a civilization. But that Ife was an empire, it wasn't true. There was no empire like Ife. There was Oyo Empire, of which Ife was a part. That is what history told me in Nigeria. Unless somebody comes out to prove me wrong, and I look forward to that. Nathaniel Makinde, very didactic. This is part of the Nigerian history that is frightening to the powers that be. Hence, the discouragement of teaching history as a subject in the school curriculum. Sad, that is a genocide that these people helped Nigeria commit. We have to be abreast of our past through the knowledge of our history. History is not a bad thing to study. Yes, history is not a bad thing to study. History is the best thing to study. No history of any human race is written. It was gold plated. That was very good. People struggled through history to define themselves. So why is that of Nigeria different? Why are we afraid of confronting our past? It's our past. We have to deal with it. Thank you very much, Nathaniel Makinde, for the truth. We sincerely appreciate it. Brother Lloyd Uku, he said this is fantastic. This is a fantastic development. Please continue to push it. It is a very good analysis. Thanks, my brother Lloyd Uku. And I look forward to having you on my show soonest, so we can talk more about Nigeria. And with reference to this, Nigeria cannot continue to struggle because some idiots want it that way for their own benefit. All right. Chini Akwarando. Wow, this is pretty great, and I'm in total agreement. Thank you very much, Chini. We appreciate you. And wow. Ankyo Moses. This topic exposes, this is what Ankyo Moses had to say. He said, this topic exposes the myriad of social dynamics to enlightenment philosophies. Yes, let's capture this completely. All right. Yes, he said, I'm talking about Ankyo Moses. He said, this topic exposes the myriad of social dynamics to enlightenment philosophies that have uncovered the darkness that oppose the light of the world. It constitutes a paradigm shift for Western civilization that only the end will justify the means for the biggest war of conquest for jihadists or Armageddon fighters. Absolutely. Absolutely. They came with lies, bunch of lies, to mislead our people and made us idiots. Yes, for their own benefit. Thank you very much. Mondoko, he said, we must dismantle the entity called Nigeria and reconfigure it entirely. My takes are, I agree with you, and that is what this work is about. That is why we're talking about open Nigeria. If we cannot make Nigeria work and then continue to build on this fake foundation, we are going to go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So we got to do it right. We got to move forward. We got to make sure that every Nigerian is educated enough to understand the journey and the story of Nigeria, so we can together configure our future to work for the rest of us. And that is what it is. Sonny Adewi, education is the key to freedom. I agree with you, and that is exactly what we must do. And when we have the opportunity as leaders, we must do things, and we must be responsible citizens too. We should not be citizens who are treated like robots, and then we agree that everything liars tell us, liars who don't know, especially those who are some of our worst, tell us, and then we agree with them. No, we should not. Aliyu Umar Onuche. Yeah, this is one statement that I would love to read. Aliyu Umar Onuche. That's his position. All right. He said, allow true Nigerians to do what is right and good for our peaceful coexistence in Nigeria. Igbos are known for this nonsense, have no respect for elders who have no money to show up. Don't put those innocent Igbos who have business that is keeping them busy all over the country. Yes, he called himself a madman. Well, that's how they are, you know. They always find the Igbos to attack, like they did to create a massacre, a genocide against them. That's their stock in trade. Lazy people. Yeah. Igbo is always their target, because the Igbo man will not take bullshit. He's going to speak the truth. He's going to ask you why. So Ali Omar, I will not validate your foolishness. I will not validate your ignorance. I wish you knew what is coming to hit Nigeria because of the nonsense some stupid Fulani elites started. All right? So if you are one of those young people who still believe in your elites, who send you to the bush, all right? Why they have their children in England, they have their children in Saudi Arabia, they have some of their children here, then you must be a fool. Not thinking. You should be at the forefront of this agitation for justice for the people of Nigeria. I am not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for just, I'm doing it, I'm waking people up, including for the benefit of the Fulani young people who have been reduced to bushmen in the 21st century. Nobody should be living in the forest in the 21st century. That is what is thing. All right, I hope you know what happened to the Fulanis in Central African Republic. When the people, yes, the owners of the country, got tired of being killed by Fulanis in their own country, the same way they are doing now in Nigeria. You idiots have no common sense to know that you are endangering innocent Fulanis, including women and children. When you act crazy, we are about to know who the true owners of Nigeria are. All right? And then here comes him again, Aliyu Onuche. All right. Okay, somebody was asking him, who told you he's an Igbo man? Or you are looking to for avenue to start your jihad We are waiting for you. Well, just let's ignore foolish people. All right. One baffling thing. What drives some of these Fulanis for a generation? It's just that the message that Osman Danfodio left for them, which was amplified by his grandson, Ahmadu Bello. Ahmadu Bello had this to say about Nigeria at independence. He said, the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Osman Danfodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We use the minorities of the North as willing tools, and the South as a conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us, and never allow them to have control over their own future. Can you imagine this? That was Ahmadu Bello, the grandson of Osman Danfodio, the author of the jihad that has kept the Hausa people in captivity for 222 years. So if you are a Nigerian and you are not angry enough, if you are a Nigerian and you still continue to drink, and then you see a Fulani elite like Atiku that I have invited to denounce this statement, I've invited Erufai to denounce this statement, I've invited Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso to denounce this statement. None of them has shown up to denounce it. It is a belief in the knockdown deep into the Fulani psyche that they own Nigeria. And then again, I repeat what Ahmadu Bello said. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Osman Danfodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. Ruthlessly. You see that? And that is what they have been doing. We use the minorities of the North as willing tools. They used them for a while, but now they are rebelling, and which is a cascading into the end of the corrupt and morally bankrupt Northern nationalism. All right. They will use them as willing tools. And the South as a conquered territory. Yes. And never allow them to rule over us. And never allow them to have control over their future. Ahmadu Bello, grandson of Osman Danfodio, the author of the jihad that has kept Nigeria at the canvas for 65 years, and the Hausa people as nobodies in their land for a sum total of 222 years. Yes. Let's look at this statement again. The new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Osman Danfodio. You see now why even the smallest Fulani today will tell you that Fulanis own Nigeria. It is something that they have been passing to them from generation to generation. Even as wrong as it is, they pretend about one Nigeria, but they don't mean it. Their idea, what they want is their Fulani nation. But Nigerians looking at me right now, listening to me now or later, would you want that for your country? Would you want that for your country? Choice is yours. Now, we must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. Ruthlessly prevent a change of power. Go back to 1967, 1966. After the coup that Nzogu carried out to save Nigeria, Nzogu was talked to about forgetting about the coup. He listened to his brothers, and all those who stopped him were all Igbos. And I wonder if Nzagu was alive today and he's asked if he's an Igbo man. I can guess what his answer will be. But that is a story for tomorrow. All right? Agui Ironsi, for some reason, because of the instability in the country, not because he wanted, became head of state. Within 6 months, what happened? They came back. And they came back through Gowon, who was, at the time, an associate Fulani. All right? The Northern nationalism. You see, when you say they made them willing to, General Gowon was that willing to, one of those willing tos that they were talking about. They came and they said, Mundao. Mundao means we are back. Because they believe that the ouster of a Tafa Balewa's government was an ouster of the Fulani race and the ouster of their fake North. They came, including the people in the North, from other parts of the North, the minorities that he referred to as willing tools. They believe in the fake one North ideology that favored only the Fulani children. But when you go back to statistics and see the spread of education, yeah, and how they deliberately singled out the Hausa people for non-education, you will understand that these people have been on a mission. All right, so Gowon was used as a willing tool. They cornered Agui Ironsi when he was on a state visit to Western region and killed him. Man, let me pay tribute to late Colonel Adekunle Fajuyi. He was a real die-hard Nigerian, a patriot and a loyal friend of Agui Ironsi. He told them, no, you could do this here in my domain. If you have to kill him, you have to kill me. The Fulani elites in the army, including Muhammadu Buhari, Danjuma today, who now wants to be the patriotic Nigerian. They led Agui in the bush, killed him and killed Adekunle Fajuyi. End of a chapter. And the beginning of the real Fulani agenda in Nigeria. Yes. Gowon was head of state for 8 years. He built nothing. He did nothing. And then they started the war of massacre of the Igbos. They called it civil war. But we now know it for what it was. It was a genocide, targeting one race. When it was over 6 million Igbos lay dead. The most painful part, 1 million young children were starved to death by the same man that Nzagu had overthrown the government to make him prime minister or head of state. That is the sadness Nigeria represents. All right. So now, the South has indeed a conquered territory. So that is why when they talk about Northern nationalism, it works for them. But when it comes to the south of Nigeria, are they ever able to unite? Are the Yorubas and Igbos before now able to unite? To see that these people mean business? What do they do? Some will align with them to continue to make our country dysfunctional and divided. But I hope by the end of this discussion, we will come away with a different idea about how Nigeria should work. I am not advocating for a Nigeria that will kill anybody, that will suppress anybody. I am talking about a Nigeria that will be open to all. Yes, and guarantee free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity for every Nigerian to benefit from the dreams of Nigeria. That is where I am. All right, now we move. Uche Daniel, he said he is a terrorist and not a traditional ruler. Absolutely, I agree, because he has his hands and legs, and his mind and heart are inside what is making Nigeria dysfunctional and most insecure. It's a rogue. Thank you, Uche Daniel. Dio Omobude. Sultan is not a traditional ruler. This is correct. He's a religious leader. Yes, thank you. But a religious leader, this criminal, what has he to show? Why should anybody look up to him for leadership? He has nothing. He's a rogue or a thief. Is he willing to surrender all the oil blocks that he has in my Niger Delta? But I tell him this. We are going to take our oil blocks. It belongs to us and not him. And that is where the justice in Nigeria will start from. Everything that was stolen from Nigeria will be retrieved. If I cannot own a gold block in Zamfara, why should Saad own oil blocks in the Niger Delta? So if you're a Niger Delta youth now listening to me, you got to put this in your head. And then be ready to confront Asari Dokubo and Tompolo, two criminals that they use to take your meal from you. One, they settle them because they are violent and armed. They believe that you and the rest of Niger Delta have been taken care of. So you Niger Delta youth who have been following Tompolo and Asari Dokubo like idiots, it's time for you to wake up. We will take our oil blocks back. All right. Precious Mado, when the enemy will come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against it. All right. And the moves will fail. All right. Precious. All right. Add more meat to your statement. Because God does not move unless the people move. So let us move and God will be with us. Thank you. Because otherwise, the people who are sacking our villages, they move. They didn't sit down in one place. They move and start waking the people up in the dead of night to kill them. And then they say, Allahu Akbar. And there's some escaping to IDP camps scattered all over the country. So we have to move so that God will move with us. All right? Arthur OG, why the sound louder than your voice? I don't believe that the sound is louder than my voice when I play it. I'm going to have to play it again. I think it has to do with the device you listen to the message from. The message was produced in a theater environment. So the issue of the sound being louder than my voice did not arise. All right, but thank you very much for your input there. We're going to work better on our next productions. Okay, Noah Philip, a quest to help liberate our Hausa brother is a must. If the Hausa people are not free, there's no way you and I will be free. The Hausa people must be free before we can be free. If the Hausa are not free, our freedom cannot never be guaranteed. So we must be ready. Unlike before, when it happened to the Igbos, we left them to their fate and we watched them being massacred. We even hated them. They used the broadcast media, they used the corrupt Nigerian media as a vehicle to make us start hating our fellow brothers who were being lampooned and massacred mercilessly. Now the truth has come to light. What are we going to do? With the Hausas, we are not going to go to sleep like we did before. We must join them, yes, shoulder to shoulder, to fight with them if we have to fight, and to end this madness going on in Nigeria. All right, Joe Eze, he said, I am happy at this point that Nigeria is about to wake up to pull down the devil's kingdom. Absolutely. Nigerians are beginning to wake up, and there is no reason that they should not. Who want to see his family massacred the way families are being massacred in the northeast, in the southwest, in the northwest, in the north central, and now southwest. You saw what happened the other day with the teachers and pupils kidnapped from school, and then you saw what happened, beheading of one of the teachers, and then now all the brouhahas about it. It's sad. It's sad. All right, and Andona Kunda, all terrorists are evil. May God punish them all. Absolutely. We will punish them and God will punish them too. Yes, we will punish them and God Almighty will punish them too. They must receive their punishment here on earth. Yes, and then go again and receive some more from the power of the Almighty. Olufemi Balogun said, kudos to you, brother. Atokpe, thank you very much, Olusegun. We appreciate you. Kande Timothy, truth is bitter. Absolutely. You know, some people don't want to hear this truth that we represent, that we have been speaking. But the time has come. We have to tell ourselves the truth, and we have to retake Nigeria and rebuild it for the good of this and unborn generations of Nigerians. We owe them that duty. We must not run away from it and pass this hell over to them, because they will judge us harshly, and the history and the Almighty God will judge us equally harshly. All right, John Andreas, thank you for this eye-opener. God bless you for your bravery. Thank you very much. I love you too. Thank you. Eta Digban, we should stand up. Yes, we should stand up. No other time is better than now to do that. We got to stand up. Richie Abdul. Coming. Waid Adebowale. Yes. You are talking sense, sir. Thank you very much, Adi. Solomon Daudu, thank you for this masterpiece. I love you, Solomon. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Kingsley Iwu, this is good. Yes, it is. And with your support, it can be better. Let's not hide anymore. Kulia, you are insane. Yeah, well, if you say I'm insane, but I'm making sense to a majority, and you are listening to them by yourself. So I'm not going to validate your foolishness. Let's roll. And it is what we are talking about today is about the position of the Sultan in Sokoto. He is not a traditional ruler. He cannot be a traditional ruler over a whopping Hausa majority. The Fulanis have no tribe, in no kingdom in Nigeria. Maybe if they can build one and go and find themselves there, he can be their leader there, but not a traditional ruler over the Hausa people. Our job is to Idahosa, Lucky, you are very correct, brother. God bless you. God bless you too, Lucky. Honor, Lakpo, Caleb. Yeah, Caleb. Bro, thank you very much for your good work of humanity. Kudos to you. Thank you very much. Much love to you too. We appreciate you. Louise Ashima, nice one, guys. Yes, please share. As you are listening, you are on Facebook, you are on YouTube, and you are listening to me, share this message. It is not for you to keep. Please share this message with all Nigerians, informing them, yes, that Saad Abubakar is not a traditional ruler of Sokoto and over the people of Hausa or the Hausa people. He is, that's what they say, religious leader. All right, a spiritual leader. I don't know which spirit he has. All right, but that's what it is. All I know is that he's not a religious, he's not a traditional ruler, and then should not be accorded that respect. And then now to the traditional rulers in Nigeria, the real traditional rulers, who are the supposed real traditional rulers who have become so cowardly, wearing bead, only oppressing their people. I'm sure you've heard now, because when they made the pronouncement, when Bola Ahmed Tinubu took that bill to the National Assembly, to the Senate, none of you raised a finger. None of you, except the Igbo man who took the advantage of the conference to which he was invited. Well, I'm sure Bola Tinubu will be regretting that invitation now. Yes, to hammer them. And he did a yeoman job. We owe him a huge thank you. Nigeria loves him. Nigeria holds him a lot. He saved a great day for Nigeria. Okay, Paul Amos, you are enlightening us. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I love you. Thank you very much. It's a call to duty. The Almighty God called me to do this duty of speaking the truth to power. I couldn't have done otherwise. But I love you for your commendation. That inspires me the most. All right, thank you. I love you. And Don King Ifeanyi Nwanakweze. All right. God bless you. Tell them. Yes, we are telling them. God bless you too. Uncle Richard, wonderful speech. God bless you, bro. God bless you too. Ibrahim Isoga, absolutely true. Thank you, Ibrahim. I'm glad you are a Muslim. Speaking up. We love you. And Mark Sani, I totally agree with you. Things are becoming on the right track. Absolutely. Everybody must stand up. Yes, Alaba Abolarin. Bam. True talk. Thank you. Sunday and you are right anyway. This aberration needs to be corrected. Yes, it can only be corrected by us. And we are ready to do it. Let nobody be scared of anybody anymore. Let's come out and do what is right for our country. We owe that country that. Defense of Nigeria is a duty, a constitutional duty, a moral duty, civic obligation, and a spiritual duty to speak the truth, yes, about our country at all times. Yes, we need it now. IKMIF Mobi. All right. Thank you. Good morning. Yes. Godwin Peter, it is a Yoruba and Fulani owned country. Is it a Yoruba and Fulani owned country? Why is Tinubu wanting to confer Yoruba and Fulani with the highest high in Nigeria? Let me see this. I'll get to read it. All right. Highest high in Nigeria. All right. Let's be honest. Godwin, the Yorubas have nothing to do with this. It is a Bola Tinubu. It's Bola Tinubu. Is a customer of the Fulanis. They helped him first. They forced him on Nigeria. Why? Because they control our strategic national institutions, including the military. They have Fulanis in the army backing him. All right? They ambushed us at the court. The Supreme Court, okay, and other institutions. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a co-sponsor of terrorism in Nigeria. That is why he cannot do anything to them. So let's correct that. The Yorubas have nothing to do with this. It is Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his Fulani gangsters. And then Oni of Ife, looking for relevance, played into it. But I'm sure he's ashamed of himself now, for messing up himself. It's completely a buffoon. And that is exactly what it is. And God's time, Udega, thank you very much. ON, yes, that's Open Nigeria. Open Nigeria is on, and Nigeria is on with Open Nigeria. All right, Charlie Ojex, 100%. Thank you. NS, Ilogbenu. Wow, yes, it is. All right. Chinwatako. Yeah, Dao. Thank you very much. Yes, nice one. Benjin, Ben, God bless you. And God bless you too. And Waleruchi Ebere. Yes, thank you very much. God bless you too. Abiodun Eniola, historical students should quickly grab this opportunity as a case study. Yes, thank you very much, Abiodun. Eziani, Omesiete, they don't even belong to Nigeria. Well, they are in Nigeria. We should respect them. It is only when they start attacking us, then we begin to question their Nigerianness, because nobody destroys what he loves. And that is where your position comes in as true. Yes, those who are destroying Nigeria are not Nigerians. I love Nigeria so much, and that is why I will not lift up anything to destroy it. All right. And Joseph Ogenevo, these men have been stealing from Nigeria for decades. Absolutely. And the time to stop them is now. And the only people who can stop them is we, the people. We, the power of the people, we must activate it now, going forward. Toyin Adio, very correct. Yes, thank you very much. Aishat Noye Obodoeke, thinking man. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. Yes, thinking man. This is actually true when you think about it. If traditional, which ethnic group does it represent? Question for Saad and his Fulani cohort. Fulani has no ancestral land in that geographical space. That part of the core north is Hausa land. We know their terrorist grandfather, Osman Danfodio, killed Hausa kings and installed Fulani emirs in their places. But the people are predominantly Hausa, and those are Hausa land. He is not a traditional ruler. Nigeria is a crime scene. I can't agree less with you. You said it just as that way. some people don't want to hear this truth. Thank you very much, Aisha Noye Obodeke. We love you. Thank you very much. And Elvid Uku, I love this development. And I'm so surprised that I've been so lost in this understanding for a long time. I'm totally back now to the reality on ground that should be about the Sadana of Sokoto. Thank you so much for representing my brain, or for resetting my brain over this historical fact. Thank you very much, Elvi Uku. Much love from here. Much love. Thank you. Dear Penrose, you are absolutely right. The Hausas must wake up and disconnect themselves from these Fulani impostors. The Fulanis have started a war that will finally consume them. God willing, we will take our country back. Yes, those who trouble Nigeria will be engulfed by the fire that they started, and we will take our country back. Thank you, dear. Prince Wale Ikwomola, thanks for the correction, which I normally tell people. So they should not use him above our traditional kings. Yes, thank you very much. The so-called traditional kings are problems on their own. They need to stand up and be truly representative of the people. Most of them are greedy. They are looking for Ghana must go. And in the part, they get while doing that, they get lost. So most of them don't even know the tradition. That is where this whole thing. Otherwise, they won't allow Saad to present himself, and they're according the kind of respect is accorded in Nigeria. It is sad. But this is where we are. Yes, Dan Hausa, this is the point we want to start. Anything. Well, good to hear from you, Dan. Let's continue to spread this message of hope and justice for our people. This makes sense because religious leaders is quite different. A religious leader is quite different from a traditional ruler. Absolutely. Latif Kolawole Akinsoya, the creator of Nigeria that made us to be the most peaceful, religious, and the happiest nation on earth, has revealed to me and to all Nigerians on this first month of Islamic calendar, Muharram 1448, which is ending today, with the appearance of new moon today for the second month, that Fulanis is behind all the upheaval in Nigeria. Hence, we have to keep pushing to send all Fulanis back to where their bandit father brought them from. That is the only measure that we can take to regain our lost glory of the most peaceful, religious, and happiest nation on earth. Well, thank you very much, Latif Kalawale, and I believe you are a Muslim from what you have just said. Thank you. We will tolerate responsible Fulanis who want to be Nigerians. We are not going to drive all of them, but the troubled ones who want to pick up arms against us, they have no business being around us. Yes, we'll fight them back to finish. And that's what it is. And Mega Amechi Mervin, well said. He's not a traditional ruler, but an Islamic leader. All right. Wow, more. A lot to talk about. Alexander N. Okoro, yes, you hit the nail on the head, my man. All right, thank you, Alexander. Agobata Opposer. Isn't it shameful, ridiculous, amazing, and confusing that someone can be a traditional ruler and a religious leader at the same time, only in Nigeria, and is doing everything to make sure Nigeria becomes an Islamic republic, so he can become the Ayatollah of Shaharawi Islamic Republic of Nigeria. God forbid. He will never. Any person who has any such agenda of Islamizing Nigeria will not live to see it happen. Yes, that person is a cursed human being. Cursed, and they are cursed. Yes, all those who are creating trouble in Nigeria with Islam as a medium of seizing Nigeria violently, they will all perish. All right, Agbata Opposer, supported. All right, and Olawumi Oluwa, only bastard recognize him. Absolutely. Innocent Uju Boanu. Okay, keep up the good work. There ain't no stopping, no going back. Innocent again, Uju Bono, yes. But Hausas have been following him as their traditional ruler under religious guise. Well, it's good you are waking up. Don't abandon your ancestral project too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Innocent. Yes, you know, the Hausa people are very peace-loving people. And they take religion very seriously. They don't know when they are using it to rob them. And that's how they succeeded in robbing them. And still, there are some that we need to wake up to break this down for them so that they can understand what is taking place. So they can fall in and join the movement for their salvation. All right? Okay. Saidu Ahmed Tal, Mr. Smart Mado Ajaja, aka Open Nigeria. Yes, originally, his title is Khalifa of Sheikh Usman Fodio, Amirul Mumin, the explorers, Clapperton, the Briton, and Part, the German, were the ones that referred to Caliph Mohammed Bello as Sultan. But all the caliphs in Sokoto were spiritual leaders. They were not traditional rulers. For your information, traditional ruler is an I don't know what he was trying to inferior, maybe he's saying inferior to a spiritual leader. The first actual Sultan of Sokoto is Atahiru, the second, after the exit of Caliph Atahiru I from Sokoto in March 1903. So, Caliph Atahiru II and all the sultans after him were spiritual leaders as caliphs of Sheikh Usman Fodio. All right, and the leaders of the traditional rulers are decreed by the British. Decreed by the British, not by the Africans. That's stupid. And then the British know what they meant when what they saw. They saw a very educated people with a variety of knowledge of various disciplines, properly dressed and properly organized with sound system of administration. The British didn't meet cannibalistic barbarians, hunters and gatherers in Sokoto. Hence, it was apt for them to allow Sokoto to assume precedence, despite having fought battles in the caliphate. We know your problems. It comes from a cause that is really looking like incurable. If not, you and your people will not have embarked on a hateful, needless, and destructive mission against the Fulani. What did the Fulani do to your people? All this your project and agenda is because you want power at all costs. If you want power, you have to be sober and rational, which unfortunately most of you are not. You guys have run mad. It will be better for you guys if you can pause and reason calmly, like people with the ability to reason sensibly and not reason madly. Wow, that is interesting. That is interesting. That is interesting. Say, Edo, if I respond to you, I don't think you will like it. But I'm going to have to respond to you with all amount of respect. All right. Smart Madwa Jaja, originally, his title is, you have already answered your question in the first place. A spiritual leader is not a traditional ruler. And you said it, he's not a traditional ruler. So why didn't he keep it at that? Why did they not keep it at that? Why did they seize the house of people, kill their kings, took their thrones, installed their emirs, seized their lands, take everything from them, dehumanize them, and made them slaves for as long as they have been, 222 years. Why do you think that we will all continue to keep quiet? Have you read history? If you have read history, you would understand that no people on earth has been subjugated all their lives. A generation always stands up to say, no, we can't continue like this. And that is what you are getting right now. So you can call us all the kinds of names that you wish, but that's not going to change the times that have come. The time to take Nigeria and make Nigeria work. The times that we recognize the Hausa people as human beings and not as cannibals like you describe them, vaguely, in a veiled language. The British did not meet cannibals and gatherers. So those were the ones we are referring to. You are calling the Hausas those bad names. All right, you are mad. And that is exactly. Your arrogance is what has led you here. Yes, the Fulani, typical Fulani arrogance is what led the Fulanis to where they are right now, where the whole of the country is revolting against them. And you think you can stand there up to 250 million Nigerians? That is impossible. When they find their rhythm, to understand that you have been duping them using the houses, and now the houses are beginning to roar to leave you. They don't want to be your brothers anymore after you misled them using Islam and Quran to lie to them that poverty is okay for them and you can live in opulence. Now, who is to blame? Don't blame me. I believe you are making a reference. You are calling an Igbo man, even though you don't know whether I'm Igbo or not, because that's how lazy you guys are mentally. When any person who challenges you is an Igbo man. Those who do not challenge you otherwise. All right, Geraldine Nkuruka, why the music? We know all this. MNK said it. All right, Geraldine, I'm going to have to respond to this. Music is a most powerful tool or vehicle for the transmission of some messages. All right, and this message qualifies as one of those messages that needs this type of music that I deployed to deliver the message. It is powerfully resonating. I love MNK as one of the truest freedom fighters to have come out of Africa in the 21st century. But he never stated that he was a sole repository of knowledge, especially with regards to African history. And so I respectfully disagree with everyone. Everyone knew about this fact that are carefully stated here before now from MNK. All right, and as such, ask that you limit your argument on the subject matter without drawing an unnecessary comparison between him and I. I am not in any form of competition for intellectual supremacy with him or anyone. See attached my latest message I posted about him this morning. Wanting to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, free Nnamdi Kanu now. All right, so, some people come with that disrespectful remark, but we're not going to take that to heart. If I Ekulonu, truth be told, thank you very much, my brother. And, wow, Ndobwisi Osadunku, well done, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And all those who are favorably disposed to seeing a new Nigeria. Yes, a Nigeria driven by peace through justice. Yes, I am happy to be alive at this time, looking at my history as one who is supposed to be dead, to have been dead, coming from the 1991 Kano massacre, yes, in which I was injured, and I lost a very good friend right in my presence. So this is why I will not go to sleep as these people continue to get worse every day. We need a brand new change of country, and we must demolish this Nigeria that is not working for us and rebuild a Nigeria with a free, fair, equal, and unlimited access to opportunity for all of us. And that's what I want. All right, Joseph, why you? The background message, the background music is louder than the voice. I think I've explained this before. I can't grab everything. Let me see what I did here. Yes, Joseph, I am surprised because to me everything is clear, but I will lower it in my next video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, and Awang Herman, he says, thank you. God bless you. And thank you too. God bless you too. I appreciate you. Agadi Okeke. Yes, Agadi Okeke. This is why history was removed from the curriculum. Absolutely, because they want to turn our young people into idiots that they can manipulate however they want. But we say no. Whatever they fail to teach you in the classroom, we are willing to teach you for free here and everywhere we show ourselves. And that is what we represent. That is why we are an alternative to the corrupt mainstream media in Nigeria. All right? And Nabude, Allah issues. He is not a traditional ruler, but an Islamic leader. Somadina Ojuku, I now reason, na he come not be Islamic leader and traditional ruler at the same time. He's a criminal. All right. Elo Blessing Chika, exactly. He's not a traditional ruler. He's an Islamic leader. A bad Islamic leader for that matter. Very divisive. Anthony Ebiriuku, you are very right, my brother. We need to fight these guys from our front. The only problem we have is our southern politicians are their lackeys. We have the power to change whoever we don't want to change. There is nothing they call southern politicians. Let me correct you for that. Those ones are slaves who don't know what they want, but money, stealing thieves. So forget about that. But going forward, we the people of Nigeria must be able to define what we want at all levels and go for them. Let's stop selling our votes to criminals, because criminals don't build nations. Criminals are thieves. Their mission is to destroy and kill and rob the people. So why have we been electing criminals? Why have we been choosing criminals as our leaders? That's where the question is. So have we learned something from 65 years of being led by animals? Then the question is for us to answer. If we have learned something, now we must make amends and change our ways. Augustine Fidelis, thank you very much. Thank you too. Ifeanyi Wilfred Asogwa, great revelation. Thanks. Appreciate you, man. Martins Nwa Okoli, he is just there to control the oil wells of the British monarchy. Absolutely. 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 That is the truth. That is the truth. Now, listen to that original clip.
And by extension, Saad Abubakar is a usurper. The title is a religious title. Africa does not have anything like Sultan. That is an Arab title. So please, Nigerians, stop recognizing Saad Abubakar as a traditional ruler, because he is not, but a Fulani religious leader. The position arose following the invasion of Hausa land in 1804 by Osman Fodio. We have the great-great-grandfather of Saad Abubakar.
Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Six months ago, Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted to impose him and the Oni of Ife, another one, to be co-chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council of Nigeria. Yes, we have to fight and fight and fight. This man, Saad, is a very dangerous man. He is driven by quest for power and economics. All right, that is why everything that he is involved in, he wants to be permanent leader, supreme leader of the Nigerian Islamic Council, supreme leader over Yoruba Muslims. Yoruba saw Islam before the Fulanis came into Nigeria. How these people think is what baffles me. But I want to set this record straight. There was no time in the history of West Africa that all of us studied. Did you study Fulani Empire? We studied Ghana, we studied Mali Empire, we studied Songhai Empire, we studied Mandinka Empire. We didn't study anything that was Fulani Empire. So how come the Fulanis have a throne, a dynasty in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa? That is bullshit. So please stop recognizing him as a traditional ruler. He is a Fulani religious leader, and it ends there. He has no right to be anywhere traditional rulers in Nigeria are gathered. So when he comes next time, it's either you walk him out or you walk away and let him take the ball. That is a way of doing this thing. I don't know how Nigeria allowed a group of quiet. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Bola Ahmed Tinubu taking a bill to the National Assembly to make Saad Abubakar and the young man Oni of Ife as permanent co-chairman of Nigeria's Traditional Rulers Council? And everybody kept quiet, including all those fake traditional rulers who wear beads up and down, only oppressing people in their villages. They all kept quiet until the Igbo man came. Yes, at the gathering in Abuja, they made the mistake of inviting him and they put it right there in their face. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was there. Oni of Ife was there. In history, we know about Oyo Empire as the empire. I did not know that Ife was an empire, for real. Yes, we agree that they say, the Yorubas are not going to controvert that Ife is their cradle of civilization. But what I know was Oyo Empire becoming a big empire. So, you know, that is where the whole thing. And when the Igbo man spoke, they were all ashamed of themselves. So ashamed. Like thunder hit that arena. Yes, thank you for that, Igbo man. Well, Open Nigeria owes him a gift. Even if it is 10 naira, I will give it to him. It's symbolic for standing up once again to save the day for the people of Nigeria, who have become so docile that they accept every nonsense that is thrown at them. So now, in conclusion, Saad Abubakar, please do yourself a favor.
Yes.
Stop parading yourself as a traditional ruler in Nigeria.
In his best
interest. Not be a traditional ruler over a whopping Hausa majority in their own domain. How? That is apartheid. Actually, that is what you've been practicing. Yes, you are not a traditional ruler.
It's not.
Hausa people, this is your land to take now.
The rebellion is getting stronger.
To reverse the ugly history. This is your moment to wake up and take your stance again. All ye fallen fighters, get up and stand up and take your stance again. Take your land back. It is yours, and we are all behind you. It's not your own struggle alone. It is the struggle of all of us, and we must do it to a logical conclusion. I remember at the time when Prince Charles, he was a Prince Charles then, he came to Nigeria. He went to Sokoto. All the traditional rulers in Nigeria went to Sokoto to meet a non-entity. Yes, from one of the most corrupt monarchies on earth. There has been high good result, but there is no gold in their land. Gold from a mineral resources stolen from Africa. Yes, traditional rulers from all over Nigeria went to Sokoto. This man Saad was sitting on top of them. Oba of Benin was on the other side, who is supposed to be the most prominent king in Nigeria. He was sitting on the side for an impostor who has nothing, no tradition, who doesn't know any tradition. He's not an Hausa. Yes. So this nonsense got us stopped. Every Nigerian is trying to wake up. It's time to wake up. We will fight on all fronts. We are ready to take our land back. But we are going to accommodate any visitor to our land who respects our law and respect who we are as a people. Yes, I just wanted to say.
Wow. Wow. Yes. Listeners and viewers from Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world, you've been listening to Smart Madu Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now, Global Matters Are Rising. Good morning, Africa, and reggae at its best on ONN. The issue of discussion today is about Saad Abubakar, the Sultan in Sokoto, about the status of that. And Nigerians have been unanimous, saying the way they
Yes, I just wanted to say
that he is indeed not a traditional ruler, but a Fulani religious leader, arising from a bad history of imposition that took place in 1804 by Osman Dan Fodio, who came into Hausa land, invaded the place. He used the help of some Hausa people to invade their fatherland, and made things worse. He promised them a brand new type of Islam, which he never gave them. Instead, he seized their land, seized their economy, seized their political power, seized everything. They started a deliberate alteration of the people's population demography to create what they call the Hausa Fulani race that just died because it was fake. It's not real, and they don't like that. All right?
Followed us on Open Nigeria. This is a moment to do it.
All right. That's roll. Let's enjoy this little break. Music break. All right. Peter McIntosh. Yes. It is apartheid in Nigeria. It's apartheid against the Hausa people. And by extension, apartheid against we, the people of Nigeria. We must end it now. We have the power. In Namila. Why the Liga? In Namila. In Namila. You did not my oil. In Namila. He got my diamond. You know what? We got all right, Peter, wait. We're gonna fight this apartheid, In our land, they're digging out my oil. Saad Abubakar house. Somebody said, allegedly, 40 oil blocks for one man who did nothing. Who is he? Because he believes. Because Osman Dan Fodio told them, Ahmadu Bello re-emphasized it, that they are the owners of Nigeria. So they can go to any part of Nigeria and do as they wish. Yes, this man has oil blocks in my Niger Delta. I am from Niger Delta. I was born there in that area 64 years ago. I have nothing. I cannot own an oil well. Yes, I cannot own an oil well. Saad Abubakar, a Fulani, all the way from wherever he comes from. This is the Sultan of Sokoto. He owns oil well in my Niger Delta. Many, not just one. Many. And that most of the oil wells in Nigeria are owned by Fulanis. And those who call themselves Northerners. We who come from there, what do we benefit? Environmental degradation, the destruction of our aquatic life, the source of our economy destroyed. We eat and shit inside the same river. Yes, I know some 3 years ago, a friend of mine in China who loved what I do, he called me smart. Tell me anything that you want me to do. I said, I don't think I need anything from you. He said, name something. So one young lady came to my mind. Her name is Edith Nwosu. She does take care of children's health care as a foundation. So I called her Edith. If a friend of mine wanted to help, maybe if you can use the help. The guy donated 800,000 naira. Yes, to Edith Nwosu to help, buy mosquito nets and medicine for some young children in a River State. They call Bundu low poverty level. In their country, in a place where they produce oil. Yes, the oil that drives the nation's economy. These idiots come and they own oil blocks. In my country, in my backyard, all they give us is environmental pollution. No roads, no hospital, no school, nothing. No electricity. The people live in darkness. As we speak right now, there's a funny kind of suit that falls down everywhere in Port Harcourt. Nobody has taken time to study it. And I tell you that those are radioactive particles that our people inhale. Now you may want to understand why there is so much cancer. Thank you for sharing the biggest message that I have delivered here of Nigeria and the position of the past in Africa. Hausa Maga no recognition. We got to fight against apartheid. Join us in the fight against apartheid.
Okay.
They kidnap the women
Yes, sir.
across the border. They raping the people across the border. They kidnap the women. We gotta fight, fight against apartheid. Hey,
Let me go.
join us
Let me
in
go.
the
Let me go.
fight,
Just wait
fight
for me.
against apartheid. Hey, all right, yeah. Majority ruling, the times of polarity, but that they go to ruling. So we go fight, fight against apartheid. Join us in the fight, fight against apartheid.
After the match.
Oh, yo, we gonna fight, fight, fight against the apartheid. Nigerians gonna fight against the apartheid. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Rastafari, hey, share this message. It's one of them catching fire now. Yes. Ah, ah. All right. Very corrupt politician. Wait for the next message. It's coming. So if you have not all right on Open Nigeria, this is the moment to do it. ahead of what is coming. It's going to be a tsunami. And the world will hear yeah, man. The truth about Nigeria. Yes. Bye for now. I love you guys. All right, all right, all right, all right. What a moment. What a moment. Hey, thank you very much for all those who joined in. You know, we have a big dog in the house. You don't want to hear. All the way from California, Los Angeles, California. Brother Ugumba is in the house. We're going to be talking. He is a fighter, a Biafran soldier who joined the army at the age of 12 because he has been looking for ways to fight for Nigeria. But Nigeria has been ruled by idiots, criminals that we don't want anymore. So this apartheid, we must end it in Nigeria. We must end it right now, right here. So we're going to be waiting for brother Ugumba. He's going to be joining us in a few minutes. He's getting himself ready. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, brother Ugumba, take your time. We are not in a hurry. We are in this for a very long time. So we're going to fight to free Nigeria. I'm going to try and bring some more people. Yusuf, let me see Yusuf. If Yusuf is all right. Yusuf Shodangi. All right. Yusuf. Oh, all right. All right. All right. Well, brothers and sisters in Nigeria, across Africa and around the world, um, I'm reading. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments made on our broadcast of 2 days ago, and about Saad Abubakar and the position of the Sultan of Sokoto. He is not a traditional ruler. A traditional ruler. Nigerians have been unanimous in talking about that, and it is a great thing that it is happening. So, brother Ugumba is here. I will read some of the statements, and then he will give his own input. Are we ready, General Ugumba?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Are you ready? All right. From Facebook, those who are listening from Facebook, we're gonna let me see what I can do to amplify the voice so you can hear him. All right. Brother Ogumba is a fighter, freedom fighter um, from Nigeria. When he was in a war, the genocide that the Fulani sponsored against the people of Nigeria between 1966 and 1970, not 1967, they say. The madness started in 1967. They manipulated the people of Nigeria to jump on the Igbos. And then he was angry, a young man who was born in Kaduna. He's more Hausa than Igbo, but he's an Igbo man. He went and joined the Biafran army at the age of 12 years. And then the rest is history. So, Brother Gumba, it's a pleasure having you here. Welcome. Let us introduce yourself a little bit. I know you have always done that because we receive new visitors every time. And I would love them to hear who the general is. Let's go. Hello? Hello?
Yes. I just needed to make sure that the audio was right. Uh-oh. Can you see me? Yes. I wanted to make sure that the audio was right. What are we talking about here? One thing,
About it 2 days ago. And thousands of Nigerians look like they woke up. I had the truth that I spoke about the position that he's not a traditional ruler. And the what I've been reading, over 1,000 of them. I've only been able to read less than 100 of them. So I thought I brought you to see who is the Fulanis in Nigeria. Who are the Fulanis in Nigeria? Who is a typical Fulani?
they are from Tukula. They are from Tukula. Migrants, gypsies. They have been coming all the way from Huta Jalan in Guinea all the way into Nigeria. Saad Abubakar, we should make a note of all the people who were in the National Assembly when that position was given to him. They ought to be lined up in a stake, at a stake, and shot. They betrayed the Nigerian indigenous people. They ought to be lined up at a stake and shot, all of them. And it will happen because nothing in Nigeria gets better. The situation in Nigeria will get worse. It will get worse. The army will become bogged down, putting out so many fires. One thing you can be certain of is that guns will become available, just like cell phones. And we will see what will happen. We are going to hunt Fulani. That fist of Saad Abubakar that he holds up like this, I want that fist chopped off. If anybody chops it off and does not retire it to me, they will have hell to pay.
Wow. Now, you were born in Kaduna. What was your earlier encounter with Fulanis like?
You know, now they call them chefs. My father was a cook to white people, to the U.S. Consul, from Macedon John Humphrey to Ronald Leeper to Harland Lee. The Fulani Sarki of Barnawa, Kaduna, used to pay my father to help him convince white people to rent his horses for polo. I was welcome to his family. I used to go hawking a basin of gari in my head. And when I yelled, Gagarin Rogo, they will answer from across the wall, inside the wall in his palace, Wanene. And I would say, Charlie. And they would say, Charlie, then Inusa. I would say, eh, because my father's name is Innocent. Some people say, oh, it's not Inusa, it's Yunusa. No, my father's name is Innocent. They call him Inusa. Charlie then Inusa. And they will say, Shigo, there is no room. This is what was between 9, 10 or so. 8, 9, 10. There is no room in the Fulani Emir's palace that I did not enter, that I was not allowed to enter. They called me Charlie Dan Inusa, and he said me Jikam Barnawa. He gave that name to me, the Fulani Sarki of Barnawa, Kaduna. I didn't just make it up.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Now, you joined the Biafran army at the age of 12. What inspired you to do that?
Let me see. When I tell this story, I was born in Kaduna. I went to primary school in Kaduna. I started primary school at One Field Squadron, Nigerian Army Engineers Primary School. I knew Obasanjo when he was a lieutenant. His first car was a Triumph. It's a small British car. The Nigerian Army did some reorganizing, and they moved those soldiers to Kawo, and they brought one field battery, Nigerian Army Artillery, to occupy that barrack. As a child, I played soccer with a young Domkat Bali. Domkat Bali was like about 22 years old then. When we were playing soccer in the evening, he would come and join us. He was a very, very green, very young man. On January, at that time in Kaduna, there were everything like the old aerodrome in Kawo, Lugard Hall, Magajingari. After that, the only other place where Nigerians congregated was the railway station, because Kaduna is a junction. That is where you find the trains going to, I think it's Kanu and Nguru, and the other one going to Maiduguri. So Kaduna Railway Junction is a meeting point. When those troops that were patrolling that day, nobody came out on the morning of that coup, on the day they killed Saudana. It was like the day, in America on March 12th, when March 12, 2020, when America shut down because of COVID. You couldn't find one car on the road. That was what it was like the day after that coup. And for me, if there is action, I will be there. My mom had a grocery stall, just a stall, like a typical Nigerian woman with table, you crayfish, onions, whatever, all that bullshit. All I displayed was the salt, the basin of salt, because I was just there as a sit-down look, put it to see what was going on. And those soldiers will patrol from Kao, come to the railway station, do a U-turn, and go back to town, to Kao. They were not in. Occasionally, they would go down to Kao because there was to Kakuri, because the only thing there was the prison. They would go down there. So I witnessed it. And when the pogrom started and we moved to the east, I'm a city boy. All those other kids from the villages and so on and so forth, very few of them went to North. Those of them who came from Lagos, they're bullshit. We came from Kaduna, where the actual action is. And because I have had proximity with soldiers from a child, I didn't look at them like they are, this wonderful brood of people. What happened was that in those days, you will see some young boys, 14, 15, 16, maybe 17, in army uniforms. They call them boys' company. They were actually Igbo students from the military school, Zaria. They were not like recruits from the, they were military school, military school students. And what happened was that sometimes it's experiment, sometimes it's foolishness. But before that war was 6 months old, they had pushed those boys into the war front. And I said nearly all of them were dead. Because after a time, there was no more boys. You can't see boys' company anymore. And I don't know, maybe then the classes at the military school Zaria will probably be like about, at the most, A, B, and C, 30, about 30 a class, maybe 90 per class, times 5. So what came home as Igbo boys in the military school were probably not more than 50. But before 6 months, you can't even find them anymore. I continued to go to Army Recruitment Center from the time before Nsuka fell. I will run away from home. I'm helping my mom sell stuff, so I can always have a few shillings in my pocket. When I accumulate a few shillings, I will take, the lorry and travel to Umuahia and get into the train, heading to Enugu to go, because that's only where they have recruitment centers then. I was at Abani. I was at Abani, which was the last place the train stopped when the train can no longer get into Enugu station. That was where, it stopped. I was at Abani in a train waiting to go into Enugu when Enugu itself fell. I went on the next place where a training center showed up was at Ozakoli in some secondary school. I've forgotten the name now. They came to know me as persistent. They will flog me and get away from here. I continued to come. They didn't take me. That was when, unbeknown to me, Nzogu had been killed, and his intelligence officer, Major Lazarus Njoko, B0098. He was the 98th officer commissioned in Biafra. By the time the war ended, that class of officer candidate school, before the School of Infantry was moved to Bishop Shenahan College, Olo, had almost perished. They asked him to form a Rangers battalion of guerrillas and for him to use what Nzogu taught him to set up a Biafran guerrilla battalion. And I will tell you one thing, he was a maverick because Uli Airport was captured by Vandal forces. When Uli Airport was captured by Vandal forces, he retook it because there were some relief materials, some food in the hangars. He retook Uli Airport with Biafran guerrillas and held the airport for days until all the relief, as much as the relief material was evacuated.
Wow.
Then they formally set up a training camp in Aforu Mbise, about maybe 6 miles to my home. I think what happened was that he had the free hand to locate the training center wherever he wanted. And he located it close to his home so that during the course of the training of the soldiers, he can always go home and sleep in his father's compound. I started coming there again to be recruited. I spoke English. I spoke broken, pidgin English, better than any of the village boys. I spoke Hausa. Five of us were recruited. I know 3 of them. I remember the name of 2 now, but I'm not going to mention it here because it may not be fair to them. 5 of us joined the main body of adults to train.
Wow.
After that training, instead of deploying them, they asked that group to join the 68th Brigade of the Biafran Army. No, not 68th Brigade, forgive me. The Port Harcourt Strike Force Brigade, a new brigade that was being formed to retake Owerri because Vandal forces had already retaken Owerri. They had reached Enyogugu. They were a few miles away from where Ahira Declaration was held. Anybody who does not know what Ahira Declaration is should Google it. That is where people of Biafran heritage came together to take a stand as a people. Raiders Battalion, which was the main guerrilla aspect of the Port Harcourt Strike Force Brigade, was put in charge of the axis of Imerienwe. Njoku's troops, Raiders Battalion, to which I belonged, took Imerienwe, Okomoko, Ipo, Abara, Ozuahia, Umudeme, Akpo, Ozuzu from federal forces. We beat them, put them in a tailspin, and they were always on the retreat. Before we attack them, all their rear has been mined. Their escape routes already been mined. As they are retreating, explosions is happening on them. We had our sights set on Port Harcourt. Please, I don't want, when I say we had our sights, remember, I never fought in the trenches. Major Njoku knew my parents. And like the same word I use every time, he knew there would have been hell to pay. They will ask him, what did you do with this 12-year-old? Did you use him to make medicine or what? I thought he was your houseboy. What? But the thing was that I went to school in the city. I could read English very well. When CTREP, situation report, came from brigade headquarters, I will be the one who will run it to him at the forward location. I read every battle plan. Every battle plan. The boys were coming back to the rear with new camouflage, new uniforms, equipment, shoes, boots from killed Vandal forces and so on, which we never had. One day I stayed back. After I brought him a report, I walked around and ducked instead in a trench. I didn't know that this man, before attacks, that he would go from trench to trench inspecting his men. And he found me in a trench. They followed me, 2 soldiers, to go and lock me up at battalion headquarters. 7 days IHL in a hole. Occasionally, I joined him in Reiki because I'm with him. He did his own Reiki himself. He did his own recognize. He never trusted anybody to Reiki for him. So I was in the middle of the Biafran war. Anybody who knows different, anybody who knows any progressive sector of the Biafran war, let them come and say it. We had our sights at Port Harcourt until Obasanjo cut off, I think it was 12th Division at Obala, on the Aba axis. And in a sprinkle of 72 hours, the war ended. The war ended like that. Because all of us were cut off. It was a master stroke. That's how the war ended. Because already we were in a, what do you call it, dog eat dog situation. But one sector was already moving forward, heading towards Port Harcourt, because we needed that seaport so that we can begin to get supplies again. It was our last link to the outside world.
Okay. Thank you. Let me take a few more statements, then we get back. Then I get back to you again.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Hey, listeners from Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world. This is Smart Madu Ajaja. With me in the studio, all the way from Los Angeles, California, is Mr. Charles Ugumba. an ex-Biafran soldier, diehard Biafran, diehard Nigerian who wants Nigeria to be a better place. If you follow him on Facebook, you see how fiery he is, how angry he is against Fulanis because of what he knows about them and being born in Kaduna, uh, and stuff like that. You're going to be hearing from him as we chat along. I'm going to be asking him questions about his journey as a Biafran soldier are right now, and you're going to hear some really startling revelation about this man who is over 70 years old and standing out. I wish the young people in Nigeria can understand that. A man who came out of retirement to fight for them. He has been fighting all his life, and he has been fighting all his life, hoping to see a better Nigeria. But we have not, he has not, he's not tired. He's angry, really pissed off that Nigeria is not working the way it ought to be working because incrementally the country keeps getting worse because of one thing. It is one thing. It is one thing. Tragedy of leadership that we support, especially those of us at home. We lost our bearing. We don't know how to measure good and evil anymore. We don't know the difference between light and darkness anymore. We don't know the difference between death and life anymore. We just made ourselves available for people to destroy us. How long are we going to be in this position? And this is what this discussion is about. And that is why we are raising this critical question at this very historic juncture of our country's journey. What is the position of Saad Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto? Is he a traditional ruler? We are happy that a lot of you who have answered that with a definite ovation that he's indeed not a traditional ruler. He is a troublemaker who does not want the good of Nigeria because you don't destroy what you love. Nobody destroys what he loves. You only destroy what you hate. And it is fair to say that Saad Abubakar and his co-Fulani elites that constitute the corrupt and morally bankrupt Fulani oligarchy in Nigeria hate Nigeria. And that if they hate Nigeria, we have no reason not to fight back and seize our country from them because they want to destroy it, make us vulnerable, and completely overrun it and institute their unholy, unholy, unholy jihadist government on us. Those who will remain will be slaves for the rest of their lives. Do you want that for yourselves or you want that for your children and your unborn generations? It's a question that all of us must answer. That is why we are gathered here. We are not scared of anybody. We are not scared of them. We are not
Let
scared
me
of people.
tell
We can do
let,
what
let me
they can do.
intervene.
So, yes, come on.
This morning at 3:45 a.m. My phone usually doesn't ring at that time. I got a call from my younger son, and all he was telling me is, Dad, I love you. Dad, I love you. Because I took his daughter, Aliyah. I've been taking her she's 16, for driving lessons. I'm a hands-on parent, both with my children and both with my grandchildren. With my children, I never let them put their shorts and shirt to go to school without first ironing it, so that when they wear it, it is toasty on their skin and they are happy to go to school. In the car, we already have our choice songs that we sing out of rhythm. We will change the words all together and be having a riot in the car, so that when I drop off my kids, they are happy to walk into class. Before they go to school, I've already prepared them with everything they will be taught there. I was making good money. I was secretary to the board of 120 companies. Well, I led a team of 6 to provide corporate and statutory backup for 120 companies, including 8 multinationals. Money was going through my hand and fist. I was traveling to Lagos every 10 days, either to file a return at the Securities and Exchange Commission on Broad Street, or to file something, either a share allotment, an increase in capital, or an incorporation at the company's registry at Igboshere in Lagos. So, even here, most of the time, I'm the one who goes with my grandkids to open house. I know what a good education is. We had a Sinclair ZX Spectrum in 1983. In 1982, it was voted one of the 10 best products in the world. It was the first time computing was brought into living rooms. It's a British computer that you plug behind a TV. Most of what it did is stacking pallets and things like that, and doing small sum. We had Texas Instruments, speak and spell, speak and read, speak and write. We had Legos, buckets full of them. And my kids built all kinds of imaginable things, airplanes and so on. My younger son, when he was 3 or 4 years old, if he made a model and kept it on the table and you touched it, mishandled it, and it dropped, and the Lego went and you tried to put it together, he would take one look at it and know that that's not the Lego he made. And he would throw a fit because somebody had tampered with it. I know what a good education is. Anytime I see Nigerian children with running nose, ashy face, Christian or Muslim, whatever it is, it pisses me off because a mind is a precious thing to waste. We can't have anybody, either foreign religion, European religion, Arab religion, holding Africa backward. And every time we look like mediocrities walking around with the rest of the developed world. They are talking about state police giving it to us drip, drip, drip. There was a time in Nigeria you couldn't open a newspaper. You could not establish a newspaper because Sokoto was afraid that you will inflame the people. It was treason to open a radio station. It was either the Eastern Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, Radio Kaduna TV, or WMBS. That's it. They are trying to give us state police, state freaking police, to do what? It's more of the same. A day late, a dollar short.
Yes.
What we need is autonomous community police, and no other than George Gordon Ringer told me that. I will tell you who George Gordon Ringer is. George Gordon Ringer is the first and only person who had subpoenaed a sitting US president to appear before his court, thereby demonstrating that nobody is above the law. And this was regarding investigations into the Hollywood psychiatric doctor's office break-in for one of the people involved in the Watergate investigation.
Yes.
Now, I'm saying it because George Gordon Ringer told me this. He told me this. I met him at Hard Body. Hard Body is a pub in Long Beach, California, on Willow and Long Beach Boulevard. And we were there watching the Olympics. He was surprised that I was a Nigerian. He said the thing that made Nigeria the best team in the tournament, and this was not yet in the knockout stages, was that they didn't pass the ball backwards. They were so confident, they were always attacking. That was the year that Nigeria won the. He could never have enough of JJ Okocha.
No.
He invited me when he learned who I have been, what I have done, the companies that I told him I ran, their boards, and the language that I used, because I grew up with white children. I was literally efficient in English, way above the people of my age. He invited me to his house. You know what he showed me first? A copy of Amos Tutuola's book, The Pine Wine Drinkard. George Gordon Ringer had books up to Yang Yang. He had books 500 years old. He's a lone child. His father is Jewish. His father, in 1923, discovered insulin. That's how, reputation of the family is. And he too had only one son, a professor at Bard College in New York. He hired me to catalog his books. He was writing his memoirs then. He had emphysema because his chain smoked. He told me that the only difference between Africa and the developed world was that Africa does not have we the people, their own community police, to whom nobody can dictate to from outside. This federal police we are doing in Nigeria is bullshit. The Nigerian army has no business on our street. Their job is to fight Nigeria's foreign wars and protect our borders. It is the Fulani military officers who, after every coup, changed our constitution, that wrote an army role into our constitution. Army is not police. In America, even if you are the commander of an aircraft carrier and you come to a typical American city and you committed a crime, they will try you there and sentence you there with nobody coming to say nonsense until if you don't like the judgment, you appeal. Then it lives there. But it will still go to a zonal appeals court for a number of states. So we in Nigeria, we must try to find out, what are we doing with our children? Is somebody going to be telling me about Manzon Allah and at the same time importing 10 to 12, 15 million plastic bowls for 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old kids to be begging with, wasting their life? Is that what Fulani is going to do to Hausa kids, to Muslim kids, not giving them education, not giving Hausa Muslim kids education? Is that what we are going to stand for? We will kill Saad Abubakar. I swear to you, we will kill him. Let Israel and America finish dealing with Iran. They will supply weapons. This is not a secret. We're not running from, we're not hiding it. They will supply us, and we will chase them to the gates of hell. The palace of Saad Abubakar, I don't want it burnt down. It has to be retained as a museum of Hausa heritage. I need all of Hausa to assemble in their hundreds of thousands and chant, chant, chant. Tell the Fulani emirs to leave the palaces. What will happen? Will Nigerian army go and shoot them? Let the Nigerian army shoot them then and let the hell break loose. Freedom is never free. Some people will be collateral damage.
Absolutely. All right, brother Gubal. Yeah, let me read out some more statements. All right, we'll continue with our statements here. Martin Smokoli stated he is just there to control the oil wealth of the British monarchy. Yeah, thank you very much, Martins. We appreciate that. That is true. And the Grant, thank you for being thank you for being so bold to speak the truth. Absolutely. Boldness is a way of life for the kind of situation that we have in Nigeria, and by virtue of upbringing, we got to have to speak the truth. It is better you die speaking the truth than kneel begging and subservience. No, I don't sign up for that. Umunike Gregory Atta, this is true. Absolutely. Let's stand up and fight for our country. Chukans, why is this video not trending? Well, that is for Nigerians. I have given the message the way it
Oh,
was
no.
directed.
Wait. You should show them some people playing pranks, dancing. Show them some women with big ears. Then they will trend.
Yes,
That's what Nigerians
yes,
want. Punk ass
yes,
motherfuckers. People who cannot afford a morsel of good, clean food. Good, clean food. That's what they want. They will not let this go viral,
um,
which their own life
yeah,
depends on.
yes. So to come, yeah. Well, as it stands right now, the video is actually beginning to trend, and hopefully, with people like you who is asking this very relevant question, it will go viral because it's about time, and this is a very important message. And I released it as directed. And I'm so appreciative of you noticing this. Good things don't go viral. That is the truth. I have no pussy to show. I have no ass to show. I have no breast to show, and I will not do that for a fee. I all I know I need to what I have is truth, and I share. The truth is bitter, and that is what is saved our humanity. So we hopefully with people like you and hearing this too from our big brother Gumba, I think people will wake up and start sharing it and sharing the message until it gets to everybody. I know that Saad has gotten the message because his agents have already contacted me. Yeah, but I'm going to release some more. I've told him before that he's going to Satan in Sokoto. After him, there will be none. And that position is effectively dead. And the northern oligarchy or the northern nationalism is dead. What we are looking for is Nigeria. If we cannot talk about Nigeria, we won't be talking about North and South. There is no South in the first place. The North did exist for the good of the Fulanis. Whenever you hear North, you hear it is Fulanis. Not because it's dead. Everybody is rebelling against the Fulani oligarchy. So it's a gun. All right, Paul Osa Igbeneweka. Sultan is a religious leader and not a traditional ruler. Well, yeah, you see, even the religion is not good. He's a criminal. Yeah, a thief. Yes, robber. He benefits from the proceeds of
Fulani
theft.
practices
So
Fulani practices a despicable form of Islam. To tell you the
yes,
truth, I loved Islam. I swear I
yes,
almost converted to Islam
wow,
because
yes,
of what they call tuba surrender, whereby when somebody offends you or whatever, you give it to God. I so much
yes,
intermingled with Hausa, their humane nature,
mm,
their soft nature.
yes,
A Hausa man, the
yes,
original Hausa Zalla, has no time to cheat you. We have corrupted
yes,
Nigeria. And the reason we corrupted Nigeria is because we made Nigerians desperados. We are people, everybody is trying to get some and save some because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. We can't have that type of
yes,
country. I'm sorry for
no,
Nigerians who were not born or didn't know anything during Udoji. when Nigeria was flowing with milk and honey. When Nigeria was flowing in milk and honey. The one military coup after the other, one military coup after the other. All of it was they're all by Fulani officers to entrench corruption. Corruption is a very, very expensive item.
Coup, and the coup will succeed. And that tells you the control they have on the military. All right, Sunday aside, you said foreign religion and Christianity and Islam. No person from these two religions can be a traditional leader or a king in Nigeria. Mr. Kumba, what do you have to say about that?
Say that again.
He said, that's from Sunday aside. He said foreign religion, Christianity and Islam. No person from these two religions can be a traditional leader or a king in Nigeria.
I am Igbo. We don't have leaders. We don't have kings. I can't answer that question. We are independent, upright people. Everybody speaks for himself. When a decision has to be taken, every family designates a representative to go speak for the people. We don't have kings. I don't know about traditional rulers. We don't prostrate for nobody. Nobody. I am Igbo. We don't prostrate for nobody.
All right.
Don't mind all this corruption that has come. And you know how the corruption started? It was mostly after the war. Akoko contractor, Akoko chief. When you have a portfolio in your hand, you go and look for contract to go and supply gravel or sand to a building site of a government contract. From there, like Fela say, they will side, corner, yonder, side, passy. That's how the corruption started. Corruption is a very, very expensive commodity. Any country that is infested with corruption can never see daylight. And that is what Fulani military officers entrenched in Nigeria hog-tied all of us. And we are roasting today. And you will see Yoruba flippantly. They are dribbling on the plane. They don't know whether they will sit on the right side or on the left side. So they sit in the middle on the fence. And so many of the other punkers, Nigerian tribes, they don't know who to support or where. Who does not know the taste of salt? Don't you know what is good? When you see American children, Chinese children, don't you like it? Until 1973, until Nixon went to China and decided to close American factories and make all American ordering to come from China. China was just a middle-of-the-road country. It just had many people. Those small factories that Americans established in China, China grew with it. We can change Nigeria in no more than 25 years and it will become unrecognizable, just as the way they destroyed Nigeria.
Wow. All right. Now, let me add my opinion to what Sunday raised. Sunday, foreign religion, Christianity, and Islam. No person from these two religions can be a traditional leader or a king in Nigeria. I think I align with your opinion in that, because when you accept a foreign religion as a supposed traditional ruler, you have sidelined your own tradition to accept what is foreign, and then effectively dethroned yourself from traditional leadership. So I agree with you. Now, Bennett Okonkwo, you asked why the music at the background. Well, my explanation is simple. Bennett, because it brings an added emotional impact on the message. We need that type of message to be able to hit the conscience of the Nigerians. And I believe we have gotten the result. We are getting the result. Looking at the massive response of innocent, great Nigerians who now want something different for their country. Obinna, Udekwe, you said 100%. Absolutely. Thank you. Frederick Izewoko, God bless you too. All right. Mega money. Nothing but the truth. Absolutely. We speak the truth at all times, even on gunpoint. We are not scared of anybody. The plan is not to live in our physical cabin forever here, but by the great deed of what we did here. And that when you ask, when they talk about Jesus Christ, they talk about um, um, Mali. Why did Bob Mali still living 45 years after? Because he left something very powerful behind. So that is what I want to leave behind, and that's what drives us. Now, if you are joining us for the very first time, you are here, please subscribe to our channel. And if you're enjoying what we are doing, give us a like. We love that because it inspires us to do more, especially when we are not paid by anybody. I've been here since the past how many hours on this program? More than 2 hours doing this, serving Nigeria. So, share our message with other Nigerians because Nigerians need to hear this, like what we are doing, and then comment, ask us questions. No matter how tough or stupid it is, we will answer you. All right? All right, Arome James, he said the Middle Belt Forum challenge it, not an Igbo man. Well, I'm not going to answer your that, but I just read out what you said. Kehinde Adebayo, thank you for opening the eyes. Nigerians, wake up. Thank you very much. Why, Emmanuel, it is finished. Yeah, it is finished for Saad. It is finished for the Fulani, corrupt Fulani oligarchy in Nigeria. The country is ours. We are the original owners of Nigeria. We are the African owners. Arabs cannot come from wherever that desert they come to seize our land. But we don't mind those who are good, moderate, who want to make a
And we
living
don't get
because
to
Nigeria is
have
supposed to be.
Biafra. Mazen Namdekano does
Yeah.
not insist on Biafra. All he says is that
Yes.
we cannot be a part of Nigeria as presently
Yes.
constituted. In the
Tutor.
this
Up.
present constitution, with this army arrangement,
Yes.
police arrangement,
Yes.
Sokoto arrangement,
Yes.
corruption going on in
Yes.
Nigeria, we will die before
Yes.
we will accept it. We do not accept
Yes.
Nigeria as it is, and we will bring it down, come hell or come
Absolutely.
fire.
I agree with you completely. Nigeria is a fraud as currently constituted. Yes. Yeah. If no country should be run the way Nigeria is being run. No country should have no plan for its younger generation. No country should have the kind of number of young people from Nigeria on the street without jobs, hopeless, and their prison politicians for the next plate of food. No, it doesn't happen here. It is about leadership, and it is again about the people. Now you have suffered. We all have suffered. I left this country, left Nigeria to come here, not because I wanted. The country forced me out, and a lot of our younger people are in places where they ought not to be. They are in Libya, being sold as slaves. They cross the violent Mediterranean. Majority of them get drowned. And then those who make it to Italy, what do? They are begging every day. They keep them in concentration camp and fed dog food. People from a great country, a country that is so endowed with everything. This is why you young people in Nigeria must join and fight for your country. We are doing this. Oh, Professor Dr. Chief Ugumba is 71 years old. I am 64 years old. Yes, we are on the way. But what about you? We care about you. That is why we are having the time. Not many Nigerians have time. Some of us call us stupid. They call us foolish. That after escaping to America, we are living good. Why do you have the business talking about Nigerians? Let them suffer in Nigeria. But kindly, we are not that type of people. Yes, we care about the country. We love the country. We want our children and their children to be able to visit Nigeria with their heads high. That is why we are in this struggle. So join us. If you have not followed us, follow us. If you have not liked us, what we are doing, please put a like sign there. Put a like. What does it do? It helps YouTube, Facebook to be gingered to share our message, distribute our message, recommend our messages and our sites to other people who find it useful. So thank you very much. Oh, okay, okay. Dan Agbon Waten. All right, we studied the
Hold on
Benin
one
Empire.
second. Even hold on
Yeah,
one second.
yes, sir.
What is this Rotimi Amechi? As
Yeah.
a vice presidential candidate for Atiku Abubakar. Have you seen him walk? His gait, like a houseboy, like a houseboy. Those are the people they choose. Those are the people they
Yes.
sell out. Look at him when he enters a room. It will be like he's dead. And it may not be because they don't have real medical care in Nigeria. If I
Yes.
call my doctor, I might call my insurance, it's 3 days. 3 days out, I will go and see my doctor. If I'm never on time, never on time. I'll see him within 7 minutes of arrival. My
Yes.
doctor, I call him the best doctor in the world because he will have all the time to answer all my questions, prescribe all the tests. I have tests that I
Yes.
haven't done today because this is a weekend. Everything. All of
Yes.
Nigerians
Sadly,
sick.
they
They're
have
eating
people.
food near
Yeah.
sewage, near
Yes.
open gutters. And they
Yes.
see how people live in London. They go to
Yes.
London, but they don't like London for Nigeria. They see that the London police
Yes.
is different from Liverpool police, and that London police can't tell Liverpool police anything, can't order
Yes.
Liverpool police. Yet they want somebody from Abuja to tell us what to do because it's Fulani. I will kill
Yes.
every Fulani for that. So people say, you're making an unguarded statement. Fuck you, I'm 70
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
70 years
Let's
old. What do I have to
let's
lose?
let's
My kids are all doing
let's
well.
clarify a little bit. Yes. All right. Okay. Oyibo, okay, Augustine, problems are really loading in the country, but justice will prevail. Yes, justice will prevail, not just by saying it. Justice will prevail when all of us start taking action. We need to take action now. It's because we have been silent. That is why they took us for cowards. And we have demonstrated a very treasonous level of cowardice in Nigeria by allowing elements from a miniature minority in our country
Wait.
to tell.
Again, I will interrupt. Justice does not prevail with a brass band. Bang, giddy, bang, giddy, bang, giddy, bang, giddy, and you see justice coming. No. Justice, you fight for justice. Justice does not just come with a brass band, waiting for you. You know how they beat band like marching and so on. They say, oh, there go justice. He coming, he coming. No. People fight for justice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Paul Adewale Somola, sorry, boss. Tinubu never made Sultan of Sokoto supreme leader of traditional ruler. But the military made him. The military made him co-chairman with Oni of Ife. Kindly do your research. No, I refuse to agree with you, Mr. Adewale, because this was I don't know where you are. This matter was taken to the National Assembly. Yes, one Bako from Plateau State was the one that Tinubu used to send that bill to the National Assembly. I'm happy it died because Akpabio could not dare it. We sent him a message, try it. And military has no rule. Nobody, I don't recognize Sultan Saad as anything less than a
You're
human being
talking
that
about the
is
Satan of Sokoto.
the Satan is a criminal. That's what I know. He's not my Sultan. I don't respect him. And if I see him personally, I will tell him the same thing. He's an idiot.
I
Complete
know
total idiot.
Fulani. I know
Rob-
Fulani. I know their inner chambers. I claim that I
Yes.
was secretary of the Kaduna Mafia. There is no
Yes.
Fulani man of repute, of standing, that I have not met and been in meetings with them, which, if you aggregate them over the years, will come to hundreds of man hours. I know them very, very well.
Emmanuel Eguatu, you had this to say. I don't doubt any such story. Believe me, there is something these top politicians know that we don't know. It was just lately. Let me see. Let me see. Okay.
I gotta be
All right.
going. The World Cup is
Okay,
going.
got
The
it. All
World
right.
Cup final is going on in the other room.
Oh, all right, man. Hey,
Yes,
brother Gumba.
I will never be
Yes,
tired of coming to your show, to your program, or everything.
yes.
This is the fight of my life. I don't have any other ambition again. I don't
Wow.
want to
Wow.
build house or buy plot of land or that bullshit. I leave
Yes.
wealth for my children to chase, not me anymore. I'm not chasing money. All I just want to eat
Wow.
is I eat once a day. Omad, 1 meal a day.
Wow.
If I have my protein shake in the morning, then and I have another meal by noon, for the next 18
Wow.
hours, I'm not eating. I'm
Wow.
healthy. My cells are working right. I intend to live long. I drive a fine
Wow.
car that literally drives itself. Tells me what
Wow.
everybody on my side is doing. I am texting. I have an up. I don't care. I'm texting on as I am driving. Motherfucking texting. Broadcasting as I am driving. It doesn't once my speed it goes next to it will stop itself. I have a good
Wow.
life.
Wow. Yeah. And you work for it, and genuinely and honestly. So you are deserving of it. We love you. Thank you very much for always jumping in at such a short notice. All right, we see at the end of the whole thing. So, well, which team are you supporting in this World Cup? I'm not supporting Argentina
Since
because
the
of
African
that
teams,
racist young.
since the African teams,
Yeah.
well, no, I want Yamal. I want Yamal to win. I want Yamal, that little boy.
Okay.
Yes. I don't want Argentina to win. I
Okay.
want Yamal. Since the
No
African
man.
teams were
No
knocked
man.
out, I lost interest.
Yeah, a young African guy from that little country was trying to hug Messi, and then he turned him down. That was terrible. That was terrible. But that's a story for another day. The Argentina was populated by black people, more black people in Argentina, but now they are all extinct. So we talk again soon. Much love, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take care. Bye for now. Was my big brother, Mr. Charles Ugumba from Los Angeles, California. He's so angry about Nigeria and what is taking place. He's especially so angry with the Fulani elites, what they did to the country, and especially what they did to the Hausa people. Mr. Ugumba was born in Kaduna State. He's a very fluent. He speaks very fluent Hausa, and he has been doing a lot. He created a beauty school for Hausa children after school program where they are taught mathematics, engineering, and Chinese because he believes China is the next language of communication. And this guy is doing so much for young Hausa people in the north of Nigeria. And so unassuming. His children are doing some of the greatest, doing so well here in the United States. You heard him. And then you hear how he says it, the way he feels, what he enjoys. You know, what he enjoys is a product of true hard work, not stolen things, not theft, not true theft. And they're blessed with some great children. This man, like he said, is a handsome father, just like I am. I do everything for my children. I do things with them. When we come together, it's like we are age mates. And they don't hide anything from me. They tell me the truth about everything. When I see that they do anything wrong, it's only one look that I'm going to look. Did you do this? He will look. Or she will look and smile. Yes. Okay. That's her. So they don't lie to me. We don't lie to one another. They have access to everything that I have. That's the type of relationship Brother Ogumba, Charles Ogumba, has this with children. Doing marvelously well. Marvelously well. All right. Back to what we are doing. It's a long journey reading through all this, but it's worth doing. That we need to take hold of our country and not allow people who don't know who we are, who don't know our history, people who come with the intention of overrunning, who have created a generational program to destroy us and take our country. They have no place in our place. We must work just as our ancestors did their best for us, do even better for our unborn generation and the generation right now. No Nigerian should be living the way Nigerians live right now. In a country that is so endowed. Like Bob Marley said, in the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Something is not right. It is about leadership. It is about citizenship. It is about we, the people, who have not been able to recognize that we have a problem that we must solve. And the worst thing we can do in this generation is to pass it on to the next generation. We must stop this thing now. We must be decisive about it, and it must be now. Now, going back to reading those comments. Emmanuel Eguato, I don't doubt any such story. Believe me, there's something these top politicians absolutely. They are not top. They are not top politicians. They are criminals. Nigeria has no real politicians. They are thieves, murderers, rapists, terrorists, bandits. So this is why we must dismantle this Nigeria as constituted. Dismantle the Nigerian system. So we build a system driven by good people round and round. That's the only way we can save Nigeria. And we must understand too that as citizens of Nigeria, we are stakeholders. Nigeria is a big company. All of us are stakeholders. If you keep quiet, somebody will steal your stake. And that is what they have essentially done. They have stolen all of our stakes. Now is the time to recover our stakes. And that is why we must not care what anybody says or look back at don't let anybody tell you about tradition. Don't let anybody tell you about being an elder, that you must listen to elders. We have listened to the elders for a very long time, but the elders have proved that they are not serious or responsible elders. So the young people must take charge of Nigeria. All right, so from going forward, so we can build a responsible and responsive elder system. All right, because it doesn't take too long to become an elder. You see me now, I'm 64 years old. I'm already an elder. All right, but I'm a responsible elder. That is why I'm coming out here to fight for you, to speak for you, to say all those things that all those elders before us, those that are still around, have been scared of saying. Either because they are corrupt, are benefited from those who are destroying our country, or for other reasons. All right, Clems Cletus, he said, revolution has gradually started. Wow. Yes, we need it. Thanks for eye-opening. Thanks to social media. Nigeria will be better with hidden information revealed. Yeah, we are going to reveal everything. Nobody should be afraid of anyone anymore. Nobody should be afraid of anyone. Nobody was born a slave into Nigeria. We are all complete human beings. So we are not going to allow any group of persons to run ramshackle in our country, and we go to sleep or hide because we are so afraid of dying. It is better we die fighting than to remain alive kneeling. Choice is ours. I have chosen to fight. What about you? Thank you to all those who have taken time to join us in this program, expressing their views. Well, the time of mental correction is self-exposing. Time to separate for real. We are not in the stone age, but information in the super highway. It will not be long. It will not be long. Separation of the chaff and the rice. It shall not be long. The crime of colonialism is called amalgamation. Yes, the inconvenience forced coexistence, they call diversity, as criminally used and defined in a contraption Nigeria context. We are different nations in a contraption. It shall be separated. The crime of colonialism, the crime of colonialism, the crime of colonialism. All right, Mauro Washola, let me disagree with you a little bit. It is okay, yeah, Nigeria was, we were forced together, but we are here. We must prove to the world that we can solve problems. Separating the way of the world is not going to especially help us. The United States is a country of many nations. All the countries on earth are represented here, and yet we are able to coexist. We have respect for one another. We speak different tongues. We have different cultures and traditions. But one thing that puts us together, the law, and the type of quality of leadership. And that's what Nigeria needs right now. You can still be whoever you want to be. Your tribal thing is not about removing you from being a tribal person, but understanding too that others from the diversity called Nigeria are from somewhere. And then we have to find a way, something bringing us together, the country and the love for it. And the leadership that will make it work for everybody, so that all of us will be free to be whatever we want to be in that country. And that is why we are calling for a new nation. And the name of that nation should be Open Nigeria, with free, fair, equal, unlimited, and unconditional access to opportunity for every Nigerian, regardless of race, tribe, or whatever, to be whatever he or she wants to be in a non-threatening environment. That is what Nigeria should be. That's what the United States has been. And I've been a beneficiary of it, 30 years of being here. Nobody has ever discriminated to that extent to me, as much as I've been discriminated against in Nigeria. If I tell you my story and what is driving me, you will be wild. So we can still make a Nigeria work. Yes, we can still make Nigeria work. We can build that Nigeria. And we have to dismantle this current system. That is the problem, because it benefits a few people, especially the Fulani elites and their accomplices from around Nigeria. There are some of them from the southwest, a few scavengers from the southeast, and others scattered from the middle belt and every other place in Nigeria. We have to dismantle the system that supports the emergence of drug dealers, certificate forgers, identity thieves, and terrorists and bandits as leaders. Once we're able to summon the courage to do that patriotically, I think Nigeria will be on the way. Yes, Oni is a religious leader. That's another Ozoma Charles. Oni is a religious leader, not a traditional ruler too. In the case of the spiritual leader of Amadioha Ozuzu of Eche in Rivers State, supposed to lead the Igbos in that spiritual gang up. But because Amadioha Ozuzu is biggest deity in Igbo land, where Igbos go on pilgrimages in the medieval era, Christianity destroyed Igbo culture and tradition. Yes, I agree, because I studied the history of the West, and especially the Oyo Empire. I was not taught that Oni of Ife was a traditional ruler. He was not. The traditional ruler emerged from the Oni, the Ife place. That was how the Oyo Empire started. That Oni of Ife was a traditional ruler. It's something new here, and that's politics that they started. I believe that was what drove Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do what he did. Oyo is what we understood in Yoruba history, well studied everywhere. God knows what these people are doing. All right, so, but the focus is Nigeria. Nobody should take Nigeria for granted anymore. Yes, since we are here, Hausa land is not Fulani land. Yes, James Ajuru. Adamu Madaki, keep it up, my brother. No going back. Uche, Odim Uche, remove the background music for the clarity of voice. All right, Uche, we do better for the next one. All right, right way. This is 100% correct. Adetoba Deleke, thanks. This is the truth, and not it. Yeah, this is the truth. All right, AGK Ago, making a lot of sense. Thank you very much, Rafaelo Ofonedu. I supported you in everything you said, because it is total truth. Thank you very much. Gloria Oliver, he has gathered so much power in Nigeria that will make it impossible to fight him. No, it's only one person. He doesn't have no power in the first place. I don't know where this power you are talking about is coming from. He has no power. When the people move, every power crumbles because the people move. And when the people move, the Almighty God moves. And we're about to move. And then no power can stop us. All right. And Chimezie Donald Ogaram, how come me as a historian, I've never thought of this? This is pure truth. Well, it's never late to learn something new. Thank you very much, for your humility. Boniface Onyekere, I have started opening. Yes, law is lead. Igbos are the love light. All right, thank you very much. Gabriel Oganeni. All right. Ohageni. Okay, it is time to wake up. Right now is the moment. No time is better than now. Okafor Caselo Piero, you have spoken so well. Very knowledgeable. God bless you. Thank you very much. I love you. And wow. And Ni Arogbaola. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, Ni. Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot. I would love to read all these statements. Just to, say a huge thank you to all those who have contributed. This is a lot to read. I'm talking about thousands of statements. God help me. God help me. I don't want to feel guilty omitting everybody. Yes, all of you deserve to be put in the Hall of Fame for your comments. It's a unanimous decision. It's a unanimous outcome. Yes. Wow. Nigeria's call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes now must never be in vain. To serve without our might, one nation that will be freedom, peace and unity. La. Yes. Godwin Udotuk, thank you very much. Godwin Power. All right. We love all of you who have taken your time to be here. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for this great thing that all of you have done for our country in trouble, a country that is in need of a reprieve. It is time, the people of Nigeria. We must wake up. No time is better than this. We must wake up. No time is better than now for us to wake up. Yes, no time is better than now. No time is better than now. Yes, if you have joined us for the very first time, we welcome you. Thank you. This is our land. Nigeria is our land. We own it. And we must fight for it.
Nigerians, I just want us to say a huge thank you for sharing the biggest message that I have delivered yet.
We got
the
the
state
right.
of Nigeria and the position of Saad Abubakar, the Fulani Satan in Sokoto. Yes, now I am happy that majority of you now know that he is not a traditional ruler. I just wanted to use this song to say a huge thank you ahead of the next message that is coming. They've been in prison and they are drilling my oil. Saad has 40 oil wells in Niger Delta. Who is he? And I cannot own anything in Sokoto. I can't own anything in Kebbi. I can't own anything in Zamfara. No, this apart I'm going to die. Yeah. Yes. Remember, we set a part in Africa. Black Panther no recognition. See, we gotta fight against apartheid. The children, the children, in Plateau, they killing the women. They kill the women. They rape the women. In Kaduna, yes, they rape the youngest. They rape the farmers. Yes, in my hometown, they slaughter the children. Hey, we're gonna end this apartheid. Nigeria gonna fight against apartheid. Journalists in the fight. Majority ruling. That's a minority. But that they go to ruling. Oh, we gonna fight against apartheid. Brothers gonna fight against apartheid. Journalists in the fight. Hey, wake up from Britain. Yes, they do this. Illegal. That's the way they are. They got their bosses from colonial powers. Taking my diamond. Building ballistic missiles. Hey, we're gonna fight against apartheid. Nigerians got to fight against apartheid. Journalists in this fight. Yes, the Hausa people will be free. The whole of Nigeria will be free. Nigeria will be free. Come on. Yeah. All right. Fight against apartheid. Nigerians. All right. Rastafari. Yes. Nigerians. Arise. Make our heroes now must never be in vain. We got
fatherland. We're going to put an end to this in a few minutes. I wish I could read all those. It's a lot, over 1,000 statements. I don't know how I'm going to be able to read it, but I'm going to share something with you. Read all those. It's a lot, over 1,000 statements. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to be able to read it, but I'm going to. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Truly a lot. A lot. A lot of statements. I don't know. A lot. It's a lot. If truly a lot. They're going to forgive me for not reading their statements, because everybody who contributed did a yeoman's job. I don't know if they will forgive me for not reading their statement, but I'm going to try. But before that, let's play one song from Robert Nesta Marley. I shot the sharing. Yes, this whole thing is not done for the sake of money. It's done for the love of country. I love Nigeria. I don't understand. I've been gone for 33 years. Yes, 33 years. Yes, 33 years. 30 years here in the United States, 2 years in South Africa. That's a lot. A lot. Yes. And
reasons why Jazeera Center for Plastic Surgery is your best choice. Immaculate and luxurious facilities.
All right. All around in my hometown, they're trying to I down. They say they want to bring guy into for the life of a deputy, for the life of a deputy now. But I say, I don't care. Now you what you say. Sheriff jump round, always say that. For what? I don't know now. Every day I plant that I seed. He said, he them before they grow. He said, he them before they grow now. But I say, why I shot the sheriff? Lord, that is should not deputy. It was I who shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot no deputy. He goes I shut it down. But I say, I shut the sheriff. But I swear it was in self-defense. It was I who shot the sheriff. And they say he's like Captain Offense. Hey, reasons are the better of me now. What is to be must be here. Every day, the bucket goes very well. Now you walk. One day the bucket will drop out. And I say, one day the bucket will drop out. But I say, Rastafari, ever living, ever mighty.
I just got paid $62,000 for my car accident.
Yes.
Using nothing but this app on.
Yes. Yes. Rastafari. Exodus. We gotta get this Exodus out of this crazy. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Of creation, we this generation trying to break tribulation in this exodus. Movement of the people. Exodus. The movement of the people. Nigerians free. South African free. bandits. Power of bad politics over bad politics. Hey! Come on! Nigerians! Unite! Because Nigeria is the only country we have. We can't sit idly by and watch every people destroy it. That's our country. Look at your children's face right now. Come on. What kind of country do you want to leave behind for them? Why are you afraid of fighting? Why are you afraid of standing up? Come on. It's all right. Everything is all right. Wow. True creation. Wow. True creation. Wow. True creation. Wow. True creation. Come on. Walk through creation. Come on. Walk.
Man, who let create all the office?
The connection here is so clear. It's like the back of the windshield.
Walk.
Avoid interest by paying off your credit cards in full. Establish credit with a Chase Freedorized credit card.
Come on, get the hell out of here. Walk. Yes. Walk. All right. Inter Milan, Peter, Macintosh, and this apartheid in Nigeria. And this. Oh yes, in Milan. Why believe God? In Milan. We got to go. In Milan. They dig out our oil. In Milan. Dig up my diamond. Oh, we go fight against apartheid. You got to fight against apartheid. In a Milan. They build their regime. They build their political parties. Yes. They build their war machine. They build their fake regimes. You are in my land. You want to control me. You want to talk everything. You talk about peace. You don't like justice. But you live in justice. Live in injustice. We gotta fight against apartheid. Brothers gotta fight against apartheid. In a Milan. You know in a Milan. No hospital for my people in a Milan. You build your prison. They build their prisons in a Milan. You build your camp. We got to fight against apartheid. You got to fight against apartheid. Africa's the bad man. Remember, inside the parts of Nigeria, as I got no recognition. So we have to fight against apartheid. But I got to fight against apartheid. Cross the border. They shoot up the children in slaughter. They shoot up the women in Kaduna. They raping the youngest as about. They get their dogs to rape good up. We gotta fight against apartheid. We gotta fight against apartheid. As of majority ruling. lack of minority. But darling, so we go fight against apartheid. Come on, you will fight against apartheid. Break out from Britain. It's quite illegal. That's the way they are. They built the forces from colonial power, taking my diamond, building ballistic missiles. Now we are to fight against apartheid. Fight against apartheid. Come on, fight against apartheid. We got to fight against apartheid. All right. What a moment. Jah Rastafari, the Almighty God, inspired the Nigerian people to wake up and take their country now and not tomorrow. Almighty God, inspire the people of Nigeria from the east, west, north, and south to unite and take their country back. Yes, this is our beautiful country. We must not allow invaders to destroy it. Yes, it's our country. It is our country. It is our country. We must build it. We must take it. We must take it now and not tomorrow. I wish I could read all these messages. Please, if you did not hear your name, forgive me. I wanted to completely read everything, but it's a lot. Thousands of messages. Thank you for sharing this message. Continue to share it until it gets to every Nigerian. We look forward to seeing you. See, for the love of country, I decided to put the World Cup aside to do this, hoping that when you finish watching your World Cup, you come back and read. All right, so with this, we come to the end of this historic show. I love you guys. And if you have not subscribed to our channel or not followed us on Facebook, please take a minute to do it. Because we represent justice. Justice brings about peace. Nigerians are a very peace-loving people. Nigerians are a very beautiful people. But Nigerians went to sleep and allowed a few people to seize their country. But now we must wake up and take our country back. That is what this moment in history calls. We must not abandon the Hausa people like we abandoned the Igbos between 1966 and 1970 when they were subjected to a heinous massacre that they told us, they tried to tell us was a civil war, but now we know it was a genocide. We must not be complacent. That when the eye cries, the nose will cry too. Yes, because we are in one country and not a divided country. Those who want to keep our country divided, they are the ones who emphasize north and south. There is nothing like that in a supposed one Nigeria. Nigeria is a one African country. Nigeria is not an Arab country and must never and will never be ruled by Arab rules and regulations. We abandoned Sharia. Sharia is not our culture. Yes, we don't want it. Those who want Sharia, they are free to move to Saudi Arabia or Yemen or any place where it is tolerated. But as long as Nigeria is an African country, Sharia will not take root there. God bless you and God bless Nigeria. Take care. I leave you with one more. Yes, from Uri collabo between Uri and Robert Nestameli. Yeah, Rastafari. Come on.
Why not just get together and live in one love and one identity, you know? Rebel in the morning, rebel in the evening too. Now I'm going to be like a devil when I play with songs called a rebel.
I'm a rebel. Yes, I'm a rebel. Rebel with a cause. So rebel. anyone to do what I do. Come on. I'm a capturer.
Lion says a great adventurer.
Soul adventurer.
You can hear what I say, let there be
Let them be lost. See the morning sun. Ah, ah, ah,
Nothing in this world.
Not in this world. We take our love away from Nigeria.
Never to stop not to drink from living up, y'all. So I'm a living man and I got a lot of work to do.
I got a work to do. Ah, 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 ah.
Oh, music got to come on for rock it with me now. Come rock it on over, baby. Step it on over.
I'm a red.
Say rebel in the morning, rebel in the evening.
So red.
And that I say you gotta come on for rock it on around me.
I'm a capturer.
Each person on the sound of capture, you know.
Soul
So
adventurer.
if you're in every way you can hear what I say, so body going down there. Yeah, so you're gonna rock it on over.
So red.
Means that you gotta get stepping, you know.
I'm a capturer.
Got to be on the move, so baby.
Soul adventurer.
Say rebel style, run away, child. I beg you stop me running wild.
I'm a rebel. Ah, ah, ah.
Nothing make this world, they could have never do. From stopping out the dread, from stepping up higher.
Nothing gonna stop this Nazi dread.
And I've got it out. So come on over, and make me rock it on down there. Say round, oh, round, oh, round, 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 round.
Hey. I'm a rebel.
Rebel in the morning, rebel in the evening.
So red.
Got that wants to perform night and day, rocking on the wheel. Hear what I say.
I'm a capturer. All right. All right, all right. Hey. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. So red. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. The small axe. Victory. Oh my God. All right, let's roll. They are the big trees, but we are the small axe. Sharpen to contender, and we will. Why God does that, sir? You evil man. Playing smart and not being clever. Oh no. I say you walk in iniquity to achieve vanity. But I say, but the goodness of Jaja, I do right forever. Hey, if you are the big tree, I am the small axe, jumping to cut you down, ready to cut you down. Yeah. These are the words of my master. No weak heart shall I prosper. Whosoever diggeth a pit shall fall in it. Shall fall in it. Whosoever diggeth a pit shall bury in it. Be buried in it. If you are the big tree, I am the small axe. Come to cut you down, and I didn't down the way. Come on. Cut you down. Of my master, whosoever diggeth a pit shall fall in it. Fall in it. Whosoever diggeth a pit shall bury it. So if you are the I am the liberate Nigeria. Now, not tomorrow. Yes. Rastafari. Stop running around, you know. Stop running around. Rastafari. Jah bless and God lift Nigerians up to take their countries back. Bye for now. Yes.